Today's live stream is brought to you by the letters G and the number 1, 4, and 5. What's up, G-Show land, and welcome to the live stream. This is the Geek Out, and today I'm gonna sing. I don't know why, but I feel so good. I don't know why, but let's get down to business. What's up, G-Show land? Welcome to another episode of the G-Show podcast. I am G1. Excuse me. And this is the Geek Out. Oh, ding, 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 ding. I should have had a bell somewhere. It's a special day. It's a glorious day. It's November 1st, the day after Halloween. Everybody have a happy Halloween. I sure as fuck did. I want to say what's up to everybody out there in G-Show land. How y'all doing? I'm sorry. I started early today. We're going to go crazy today. We're talking a lot today. There's a lot of news that dropped today. Well, one big gigantic news in particular dropped today. We're talking about that. The king is back, baby. The king is officially back. The king is officially back. Plus, me and a certain someone, one of my co-hosts, the cohort himself, we'll be talking about 2 movies that came out recently that we've both seen within the past week and a half. 2 movies that were on our list that, what are we going to say? I have no idea. I can't wait. But anyhow, let's get into it. I am at a loss for words. I just want to sing like that prince in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. No, none of that. But joining us, let's start this shit off right. What the fuck am I doing? Joining us, as always, I've got my brother JR here with me. What's up, brother?
I want Batman's ass! I want Batman's ass! I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Sorry, I also feel like singing about how I whoop Batman's ass. But it's okay. Be a man.
Don't you dare whip Batman's ass. You know what I'm about. I'm about to
saving Gotham.
It's all about justice.
You got your ass whooped.
It's all about it was a glitch in the system. Also joining me, my favorite person from New Jersey. Don't get it twisted. My brother Shinrab Jira. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing lovely on this fine Friday. Loads to talk about. The Cure released their first album in 16 years today. I've been sad and happy all in the same breath. It's been a great day.
Man, it's crazy that we're back at the Geek Out. The Freak Out was fun for the month of October, and yeah, last week's was nuts. Like one of the nuttiest fucking streams ever. The simul stream with JR's GAM's channel and us. It was so much fun talking about our top 10 favorite slashes. I swear to God, I thought, oh, this one's I'm just gonna blow right through this. It was generic. It turned out I had an absolute blast with my list. It was way better than I gave it credit for. But that was last week. And now we're talking geek. Because I'm at a loss for song. All right, look, first things first. Just news of the day. And we're not even going to get into it now. Because we're going to preview the big guy's 70th birthday happening tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I mean, not Eastern time. That's crazy. Pacific time. Poor Rob. That's what, 11 o'clock? You could, burning that midnight oil.
Oh, I'm just going to sleep. I'll wake up, buy my toys in the morning.
That's fair enough.
Get the fuck out of here. No fucking 3 a.m. shit ending. Nah.
Well, we're going to preview. We'll preview Godzilla Day in a bit. But first things first, we got to talk about this, and then we'll talk about it in depth a little bit later. But is that picking up?
What picking up?
Is that picking up?
Yours is
I don't
good.
hear nothing.
All
It's
right.
mine.
I'm picking up a faint signal. I got to answer this. I'll be right back.
God.
Oh shit, she hung up. Oh well, I was gonna say, JR, take over the stream for a second.
All right, make a call.
Yes, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Will be right.
What's up?
Holy
Goddamn,
fuck!
he
I'm
Yeah.
murdered his mic
What's
just
going
doing that. You cut out straight to white noise starring Michael Keaton
You saw that,
for
right?
a good gamma quadrant.
Oh, you don't have to.
It's weird when I get too loud. It doesn't know what to
okay.
fucking do.
You confuse your mic when you get
I'll see this.
loud.
I know.
But
Your
It's
mic's
like, what is
practically a
it?
graboid.
What is happening?
oh my
I
God.
can't determine sound.
Maybe this was a bad idea. Oh shit! Oh my God, that was terrible. But all right, no. First things first. This morning, unbelievable news dropped. And I can't believe it dropped, but I'm so happy it did. Toho put out a statement, a little video, a brief video, emergency announcement. They are in production. Well, they are not. They are. Are they in production?
No, they're just greenlit.
They greenlit a new Godzilla movie. It's happening, people. They said, here you go, and they're giving it back to Yamazaki. GMO 2. No, Godzilla -1, 2. Godzilla raids again.
Godzilla subtracts again.
Oh my God.
I know. How hard is it to learn subtraction?
I don't know, but all I'm
Serious.
saying is I'm extremely excited. Yeah. Oh,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I just realized something. I can't see myself and then try to sing, so I'm gonna do that.
Oh my God.
Now I have confidence.
Confidence in Coit Douglas.
Oh my God! But no, this is great news because we wanted this to happen, right? We just didn't know if Toho was being stubborn or not. So, just off the bat, quick reaction. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more. I don't think we're gonna hear anything outside of this for the rest of this weekend. Rob, what about you?
I feel the exact same way. I think this was just an early announcement just to let people know, Ayo, fire on the way. The only thing I have to say is Hidora. That's it.
Oh yeah, JR, your thoughts?
Hidora.
I'm excited. It's gonna be what 2-3 years till we see the next movie easily. And that's okay. And honestly, it would have been really stupid of them not to just immediately get him back when he won an Oscar for his movie. I mean, it was
They're a franchise.
yeah. So -1's a fantastic movie. I think this was the right decision.
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
agree. I agree. We'll get back to Godzilla a little later. We'll just because I do want to talk more Godzilla, but and unfortunately, this is the part where JR is just going to be background noise because he didn't see any of these movies. But Rob and I
Nope.
have had the privilege, I guess, of watching these movies. Yeah,
Half privilege.
Here's the crazy thing. Both of these movies, when announced, were high on my list of movies to watch this year.
Mm-hmm.
Then they both drop, and Transformers and the Joker, Folia Do, whatever, Folia Dos, Duel, the second one, the one where he sings. I'm like, the Transformer trailer, I was like, okay, what are we seeing here? What is this? This is not what I want to see. The animation looks great, but what is this? It did not get me at all. Did not. And I refuse to see it in theaters. I don't want to see it. I'm not going to go see it. I didn't want to. I didn't. I did not go see that in theaters. I did not. Yeah. Because it didn't feel like it was a movie for me. And then Joker, that first trailer blew my fucking head off. I was like, okay, especially the very end of that trailer. I remember me and Rob, we were like, that look at the end, that head turn, that look. I was like, yeah, they got something here. And then we find out it's gonna be a musical, and I'm like, all right, well, they hired Lady Gaga to play Harley Quinn. I'm with it. I'm okay with that. And then the reviews started to come out, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm justifying 2.5 hours of sitting in the theater for something that everybody's calling a fucking terrible movie. Oh, Sissy Pooh can't do this right now. Oh, sorry. Just getting phone calls. Oh, well, you know, it's one of those days where these things tend to happen. But I can't answer the phone right now because I'm busy singing a song to you. Yo, what do you think? Nashville, Here I Come? I think so. I'm ready.
Better than Joaquin Phoenix.
All right. So where do you want to start? Rob?
I mean, preferably Joker, just because I have no joy.
Okay. So, since this is the singing episode, somewhat, I mean, this ain't gonna be like that singing episode of Buffy. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was fire.
That was fire. But, you know. Okay, Joker. Yeah.
Tinfoilia Duke.
It wasn't the musical I thought it was gonna be. And I don't think, to be perfectly honest, that there was enough musical numbers to make this considered a musical, if I may. What was there? 4 numbers? Maybe 5 in a 2.5 hour movie?
5, 6 at the highest, maybe?
Maybe?
I can't even remember, and I saw it today.
As I watched it Wednesday, me and the wife sat down, we watched it. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm still waiting for it to be bad. So I actually like this movie.
That's funny.
I kid you not. I actually like this movie. Yep, I got you. I had no problem with it. Like I did. I liked Arthur Fleck, not the Joker, until Harley wakes him up. And then the singing thing, first off, I gotta be honest, what I really liked was the fact that he sung as Arthur Fleck, right? That he could not sing, and that happened, like, and it just comes across. And I love that because I'm like, yeah, because in his head he sounds amazing, but he's a fucking loon. He's a loon. And I like that. So that was one thing I dug. And at first I thought they were doing the same thing with Harley Quinn. And I was like, I like that too, because she's a great singer in real life, right, Lady Gaga? But she's not supposed to be a great singer, right? Because she's a loon. Or was she? I like that twist too. And in the beginning when she was singing, it was like, all right, yeah, I'm down, because she's not singing, right? Like she's not being Lady Gaga. She's in character, and I love that. A little later on, though, you could tell she was in the shadows, the Gotham shadows. In the shadows, the Gotham shadows. Yeah, I was like, oh, there she goes. There she goes.
Oh, there she goes. She's a Joker fucker. Oh.
She sure was. In more ways than one, which was another thing I dug. What I really liked about this movie was it's not the first Joker. The first Joker movie is a fantastic movie. That is by far one of my favorite movies. Like, bam. But it was...
I have to agree.
But this one, to me, felt like more in his head without the fantasy, even though the fantasy was there. You know what I mean? The whole Zazie Beetz thing in the first movie, that fantasy we didn't get until that was like kind of the reveal, right? Like, oh shit, this was all in his head. Whereas with this one, we didn't get that, right? Like, it was being played out, and we had to figure out whether he was being played or not. And I liked that. I did. I don't know what it was, but I literally, me and my wife was sitting there, and we were like waiting for it to get bad. The songs were perfect. Everything was working. The courtroom drama aspect of it was better than I thought it was gonna be, because like everybody was saying, it's a rehash of the first movie. I did not see that. Yeah, they have to talk about it. It's a court drama. He's, on trial for murder. He's open to the death penalty. I was with it, man. I was with it because it's not the same movie as the first one. It's not. And
No, it's not.
I was baffled. I mean, and I totally get people's criticisms, but I think this was I don't know what it was with that first movie, but I think this was a perfect continuation into this dude's psyche. Like, I really, really do. And I fucking loved it. I really did. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I'm not gonna be like, I recommend it to everybody. All I'm gonna be like is, man, some of these, I don't know, some of these takes were weird for me. I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see what a lot of people were saying. The music didn't bother me one bit. But that was my take.
Well, I have to agree with you in the musical aspect. Of all the things I don't like about the movie, the musical aspect isn't even on the list. I mean, the minute they announced, hey, this is going to be a sequel, I was like, that's perfect. Motherfucker was dancing all the time. He was, in the original movie, there was always just like an aspect that he was ingrained in media in some way or another. So in a way, them doing a musical to me just made sense. And I don't know, man. There was obviously, like you said, this isn't the first movie, and obviously they weren't trying to make it like the first movie because it's a fucking musical and shit. But I really don't like this movie.
Man,
I don't I don't know what to pin down about it. I don't like going into it. I was like, I'm gonna like this movie. Fuck it, I'm gonna like it. People are wrong. And then I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. It feels like it's taking way too long to get to its point. And I did experience like some of those like recap episode takes that people have been having. And it's like, I understand we need to cover that because he killed 6 people. You can't sweep that under the rug. The dude killed 6 people and started a whole fucking riot and everything. And I don't know what it is about this movie. It just doesn't jive with me. And it's feeling like a recap movie in some ways, but I also like the musical aspect. I don't hate like any of the characters or anything like that, because you have Gaga as Harley and you have Joaquin back as fucking Arthur Fleck. And it's a movie of moments. Yeah. It's kind of like Toy Story 5 for me. Toy Story 5 is a terrible fucking movie. I'm just going to say
Wait,
that.
there's 5 Toy Stories?
Yeah. Oh, Toy Story 4. My bad. There is a 5th one coming out.
I was confused. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, it's a movie of moments for me. When Arthur comes to the realization that he's not Joker, crushing moment. Amazing moment. Beautiful moment. When he's in court with his boy, Gary Puddles.
I loved it.
That broke my fucking heart because I loved Gary in the first movie.
Same.
And when he just flat out said, I was never like this before you, Arthur. You were nice to me. Can't you understand how that makes me feel to go from that to that? Broke me.
Yep. Same.
And you can hear it in his fucking voice too, Arthur and Gary. It's like that was a shattering fucking moment. But like it was the weirdest juggle with me in this movie. It's like the musical aspect would come about, and I enjoyed that. The sets were lovely. The fucking arrangements for the jukebox musical, fucking whatever you want to call it, they were good. Them doing their own little Sonny and Cher at the Harley and Joker show. That's funny. I like that. Funny. That's cool.
Yep.
But I like the moments, but I don't like the movie.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know how else to like fully put it. Again, moments, great moments. I mean, except for the ending. I hate the fucking ending.
We'll get to that in a second.
I can't fucking stand that ending.
We'll get to that in a second. Because there was a thing, knowing what I knew, right? Knowing what we knew going in, I mean, I didn't mind. Once the reviews were coming out and it was like, this is not good and all this shit, that's when I was kind of like, you know what? All right, whatever. I don't mind being spoiled. Now, I will say this. I didn't know the full extent of that scene, okay? All I knew was that there was a reference made to Nolan's Dark Knight and that there was some connective tissue. That's all I knew. And I was like, I can't wait to see that. But as I was watching the movie, knowing that they came at the end of a 2.5-hour movie that everybody's hating on, I was there for the ride. I enjoyed the ride. Now the Gary Puddles thing, man, listen, that's the same. That one ripped me apart on the inside, because in the first movie, when he's killing that dude in front of Gary's crying. The way he's screaming and crying, that sent shivers down my fucking spine. That shit gets me all the time, because it was like a fucking very real feeling. That was real. It wasn't like it didn't feel like acting, right? Like it was perfect. And then, you know, when he breaks everybody's hearts in part 2, when he tells Arthur, like, you were the only one that ever looked at me like normal. You're the only one that ever treated me kind. And to be here, oh man, that was fucking nuts. Oh, I loved it. By the way, young Harvey Dent, I totally see it. Totally see it, Aaron Eckhart. Totally see it. Yeah, so that was dope. And again, like, I get it, man. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I liked when the guards were like, yo, tell us a joke, and he wouldn't say it, but that's how he would get his cigarettes. Fuck! Joker's Shadow, the beginning of the fucking movie. The Warner Brothers animated short. Come on! Come on! It was dope! It was dope. It was beautifully drawn in the style of like old Acme cartoons, Mel Blanc shit, right? Oh, I loved it. And yeah, that, if you want to talk about recap, that was a recap of the first movie. But that's where it was, right?
It was animated.
Yeah, and it was animated. It was great. And I love the fact that, wow, talk about foreshadow. The Shadow was the one that killed them, not Arthur.
Yeah.
So when he was like, yeah, there's no Joker, then who was the Shadow? Was the Shadow Arthur? You know? And was Arthur the Joker? These things work, man! I'm telling you, I was under the assumption that Todd Phillips made an intentionally bad movie on purpose because he didn't want to make another one. And then I see this movie and I go, no, what the fuck? This is not bad. This is not bad. And I got to look at what Quentin Tarantino said, because he said something too about Todd Phillips making like a fucking masterpiece with this. But I got to read the article. I loved it. I did. My wife loved it too, up until, like you said, the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Listen, I thoroughly loved it. I loved the end of that movie. I did. Now, continuity errors, maybe, if this is supposed to be that. But we're talking about DC, right? It's multiverse everywhere. Maybe there's a shift, a shift in the fucking vibrational things of the universes, whatever the case may be. But that character, they would show him sporadically through the movie, and then they would show the other kid, the younger kid, the one that was always getting into trouble, whatever,
Ricky.
Ricky, yeah. And I'm like, which one is it? Right? Like, because that one absolutely looks like a future Heath Ledger. But are they toying with this? Because they just show him. He doesn't do nothing. He just sits there and sneers. It made no sense. But no, it was him. It was him. So, full spoilers here, people. But I mean, like, let's be for real here. The movie came out digitally within the month it was released theatrically. So you know it was bad. If you didn't see it, it's not my fault. But
we are not to blame.
Yeah, we are not to blame. So, pardon my spoiler French, but do you want to know how I got these scars? I tell you a story. I killed Dr. Fleck in Arkham Penitentiary. And then I slit my cheeks. Yeah, I slit my cheeks. Oh, yeah. How's that? That was good. I thought that was good. Thank you, Shane.
Fucking wild.
I loved it. My wife was so fucking angry because she fell in love with Arthur Fleck watching that movie. And I'm looking at her like, hey, he's crazy.
He is crazy and he's irredeemable, but Jesus fucking Christ. We just saw the dude accepting his fucking fate, and then he gets brought back to fucking life, trying to live up to an expectation, just for it to all come crashing down on him, and now he's just broken. He's not even a fucking human being anymore. He's just broke. That's it. He's crushed. He's done. And then, at his fucking lowest, this motherfucker, Mr. Slickback Hair Ledger over here, fucking guts him.
I loved it.
God.
I did. I loved it. I don't know what made me love it, but I loved it. And don't get me wrong. I think Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, we got to do a podcast of this one day. Like, top jokers, right? Like, just top jokers. Well, spoiler alert, it's Mark Hamill, but top jokers. But
you're not wrong.
Joaquin Phoenix, man, he brought something to this role, whether he was Joker or not. He brought something to this role that it was fantastic. I fucking felt for Arthur. You know what I love too? When he's talking to Lady Gaga and she's talking about, you killed 5 people, and he goes, don't tell nobody, I actually killed 6. I killed my mom. That shit had me screaming. I loved it. I did, man. I don't know. It felt, I'll put it like this. It felt like a perfect continuation, but it fell to the sequel curse that it's not as good as the first one. I liked it a lot. It's not as good as the first one, but I thoroughly enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thoroughly enjoy it. It is, it's there. It's there.
It's definitely there.
I totally dig it. And I'll be honest with you, my wife was like, why didn't we see this in the theaters? I said, don't worry, I'm going to rectify that right now. And I'll purchase it digitally. And I'll buy that 4K when it comes out, because that's how much I like the movie. And I'm going to support it. There's no sequel to this one unless it's called The Dark Knight. But even then, that's, that's up in the air. That's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was pretty gruesome. Even though they did it in the fuzzy background as we watch poor Arthur dying, bleeding out, holding his guts. And again, the heartbreak, like, the lawyer was right. the entire fucking time. He didn't want to never listen to her. But the lawyer was right. She's not who you think she is. She checked herself in. All that shit. And I loved it. I loved that they called her Lee and not Harley. Right? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Like, all of this shit was just fucking dope for me. I was like, yo, I love it. I love this different take. This is not Margot Robbie. Which, no disrespect to that. She brings it playing Harley Quinn. I can't lie. Whether I like the movies or not, she brings it. But this ain't Margot Robbie. This is a different Harley Quinn. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying here, is she not even with Arthur Fleck, right? Because that was a chance meeting. But is she doing this to get a better handle on her career as a fucking psychologist for inmates by checking herself into an asylum and living with crazy people? Like, all of that shit is just these questions, right? And I'm like, if that's the case, I like it because you can see that she is crazy. You know, in a different world, she's fucking Harley Quinn. All of that shit, the questions that they set up, that my DC fanboy brain went crazy. I was nuts. I loved it. I can't lie, man. I loved it. But I will not knock anybody for not liking this movie because I totally understand. If you're not a fanboy and you don't like musicals, or you didn't know that this was a musical, then yeah, I could see people's frustrations. My man seen this shit and he was like, what the fuck was this? I get it. You don't follow the comics like that. You're not ingrained and you didn't know it was a musical, so I understand. Because everybody loves that first movie. Everybody.
Well, not everybody.
You don't like the first movie?
No, I love the first movie. I associate with people who don't like the first movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a thing for some reason.
It's crazy. JR, you liked the first movie, correct?
I fucking love the first movie to the point where I love Mark Hamill. He will always be my favorite Joker, but favorite live action Joker, Joaquin Phoenix.
Ooh.
I'm not afraid to say it. That first movie, it nailed everything. It exceeded my expectations, which were not much.
Yeah.
But it just, that movie, it's just like, it deserves the praise it gets. It deserves the ranking of highest grossing rated R movie at the time. It's a fantastic movie. And someday I'll watch the sequel.
Someday you'll watch the sequel and fall in line with my take of the movie. You'll see that it's fine. Thank you. I'll be here for another 10
I can
minutes.
show you a world.
No, all right. Listen, I'm happy that, Rob, we got to talk about this. This was something on our bucket list for the year. We had to see this movie. Whether or not,
We did.
you know, what the people were saying, we had to see it. I'm glad we see it. I'm glad you see things my way. I really do. I appreciate that shit like Limp Bizkit. I really enjoy it. But going from one love to another, and again, I'm sorry, JR. It's just, you know.
No, you guys are fine.
I'm glad-
I've been chilling, man.
I'm glad you're here.
buying Days Gone on PC for $12 as we speak.
There you go. That game sucks, by the way. I can't.
I know, I'm gonna mod the shit out of it.
All right. There was another movie, like we just talked about it, like right at the top. Saw the trailer. I was really looking forward to it. Saw the trailer. I was like, what is this? Okay, this is definitely for kids. This ain't for me. This ain't for us. And by us, I mean the people who made this franchise fucking famous. You crushed our hearts in 86, you motherfuckers. You crushed, and we've been dying ever since. But you know, a couple $1 billion movies, live action by Michael Bay. Hey, everything's okay over in Paramount Hasbro. Everybody's having a good old fucking time. Let's give the people what they want. Let's give them a fucking animated theatrical movie. Let's fucking go. Let's make give them a budget. Let's make it happen because it's time. It's right. We look at some of the animated shows on television that work. People love it. Transformers Prime, for instance, was one of the fucking best Transformers series since the original. Let's go. Let's do it. And here comes Transformers 1. And by golly, Miss Molly. Woo! I had so much shit to say. I was like, the animation's pretty, but come on, what is this? What is this? And then I got to watching it last Saturday. Oh, okay, all right. 2 for 2 here. Rob, what was your take?
Well, to preface, we watched the first trailer together. I don't know for the first time, but we saw the trailer in the same chat. And we both kind of said the same thing. This movie looks pretty, but Jesus fucking Christ, no. Because the marketing team, I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
That was bad.
And the trailer, yeah. The second trailer comes out, I'm like, no, hold on here. Wait a minute. Is that Steve Buscemi voiced in Starscream? Hold on, wait. Are they cooking? And then the movie comes out. Majorly underperforms, losing to Beetlejuice. But everybody's saying it's great. People have their complaints and everything. And then more and more people I talk to who've seen it convinced me. It's just like the marketing is nothing like, it's not like that the entire fucking movie. It actually tells a story. It has brevity. There's shit going on. So, fired the movie up this morning, and I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it. It's not a perfect movie. Very few of those exist. But I will say, I was surprised at how much I liked the voice cast by the end of the movie. Some standouts, some completely inoffensive, unbothered, but not exactly impressed. The star of the show, though, fucking Orion Pax and D16. Holy fucking shit. Now, geez, dude, story as old as time, tale as old as fucking rhyme, fucking Optimus and the Beast, Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Seeing it in this way and watching it fall apart, not even just fall apart, watching it be and then fall apart, slowly but surely. I really fucking liked it. I loved it. I pre-ordered the fucking Steelbook 4K immediately after watching it. I think this movie got a bad rap from a bad marketing team. And again, it's not perfect. No, there are some things in and about it that I'm not exactly crazy about. But I would see this movie 100 times over before I ever see Transformers 2 and 3, and then 1 billion times over before I ever watch fucking Transformers 4 and 5 ever again. And then maybe a couple hundred times before I watch Rise of the Beast again. But that's a different story. But yeah, I fucking liked it. A lot.
When I see what I want, I'm gonna take it. Bam, ow, ow. If it's against the law, you can bet I'll break it. Yeah! Yo, that's all I kept thinking about watching this movie. That's all I kept thinking about watching this movie. No offense to anybody who liked it, and I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't, because I actually did enjoy this movie. I did. The lore that they set up, very inoffensive. If anything, expands. Matter of fucking fact, one of the things I loved about the lore expansion in this was the biological aspect of the above ground on Cybertron, because I, ladies and gentlemen, unabashedly am a fan of beast machines. So I'm okay with that. I am okay with all of that. I love that. I was, oh shit, Man, that's a deep cut for somebody like me. I'm pretty sure nobody gets that. I like that. I like the idea of the 13 Primes and the way they expanded and talked about it, how they were the protectors of Cybertron. Man, I fucking love that. You know what? I kind of like the idea of the transformation cogs not being given to certain individual Cybertronians. I really did. But you know what I did not like? Megatron was right. I see nothing wrong with Megatron's take when they find out that Sentinel Prime lied to them. You should be mad. They all should be mad. And at the time, he wasn't talking about killing the dude. He was like, yo, he just needs to pay for what he's done to us. To all of us. There was no fault in that. And Orion Pax finds fault in that. Everybody goes again. Like, I did not like that. I'm sitting there like, what? He's right. He's not being the malicious Megatron that we know comes later on. He's using common sense. And he's like, yo, he needs to be stopped. We got to put him in jail. We got to stop him. And for whatever reason, the good guys were dumb. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So I didn't like that. So when he became Megatron, when he went all fucking mad, I didn't care anymore. Because I was always with them. Like, he was right from the jump. They all knew it. So I didn't understand why they didn't just be like, yo, let's go take him down. We got transformation cogs right now. Let's just take him down. We'll make him pay.
He kind of jumped the gun from, this dude needs to be stopped and needs to be, like, fucking tried and all this other shit, to just straight up, I want to fucking kill him. Like, when homeboy fucking, who was it? Lawrence Fishburne bot. When this bro comes in and he basically, what?
Alpha Trion,
my bad. When Alpha Trion came in and showed them everything that happened and how they were betrayed and everything, Megatron takes that hard right turn. He's like, no, this motherfucker needs to die, and I'm going to be the one to do it. Bold italic, double spaced, Arial font. I'm doing it. So, like, going from believing in this dude to, like you know, he didn't idolize him or anything like that, but he believed in him, to then having the possibility of him not being all he's chucked up to be, to then finding out that he murdered his hero, his idol,
Megatronus Prime. Yep.
Megatron. Yeah. Like, he takes a pretty sharp right turn pretty fucking quick. So, maybe it's just because of my character. Maybe it's just because of who I am, but...
Maybe, because I didn't see that being that sharp of a turn. You know, because he was the smarter one. He was the smarter one. Outside, from him and Pax. He was the more logical thinker. So when that whole, hey, I'm glad you guys did what you did. All right, you guys are awesome. All right, and I'm out. Peace. By the way, that was John Hamm. I swear to God, I thought that was John Cena. I was like, yo, is that John Cena? I would not have mind Sentinel Prime being John Cena, but it wasn't, and I digress. That don't count because that was a fake one.
So, real quick.
Yep.
Trevor Bristow comes in. Transformers 1 really needs a sequel.
Debatable. We'll get to that.
And then Spider-Man swinging in says, I'm done saving you.
Time out. First off, that was a great line. That was a great line. In the movie, that was a great line. Time out. Is that Spider-Man? Is that legit
Spider-Man, dude? Where's he been?
Is Spider-Man back? Not on any other day but the day? They say that a hero save us. I'm not... I forgot how that song goes, but you know what I'm talking about. Spider-Man 1, baby! That was Chad Kroger, you know?
Oh, Chad Kroger from Nirvana?
Was it Nirvana?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, see, fuck you, bro.
Nickelback.
I know.
Nickelback. His face looks like a foot.
There goes my hero. Watch him fall down. Sorry.
That's only because he lost his mojo. Remember, he lost his mojo in that movie. My back. But no, speaking of back to Transformers 1. One of my main beefs with this movie, my legit main beefs with this movie, like the one thing that I cannot stand the most of this movie, I don't like the voice cast. Now, Bernie Tron, he was fine. Alita Johansson, you know, she's pretty good in everything she does. I like Scarlett Johansson, so I'm alright. But I hated Bumblebee. Fucking hated it.
Oh, yeah.
I hated Bumblebee, which is crazy because I like, was it Keegan-Michael Hall?
Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah, okay. I like him a lot. I just didn't like his Bumblebee. Hated it. And I'm sorry, but Chris Hemsworth, no, man. That didn't work. Didn't work for me at all. At all. What I liked what they were doing in the story, it's just, it didn't come across as fucking Orion Pax, who is going to eventually become Optimus Prime. What I liked in the story was they were giving you his heroic nature. They were sprinkling that in there. But for the most part, Orion Pax should not be Surfer Thor. And that's all I heard watching this movie. He's Surfer Thor. He's a fucking, yeah, let's have a good time. Let's do that. Look what I love the little moments with him in D16 when he brings him to the thing. He was like, oh my God, we like got the best seats in the house. He goes, no, wait, it gets better. I like those moments because you can tell that friendship was real. I loved in the beginning. I fucking loved the beginning when D16 saves him, right? Loved that.
Yeah.
Those moments were great, but Chris Hemsworth, who I really do like a lot, just does not do it for me in this role at all. At all. I hated it. Oh God, I hated it. I mean, I was like, yo, I hated it so much. I was like, someone call Garfield and Mario. Give me Chris Pratt. Boy, don't you know? Yes, I was ready to go. I'm done. I'm done.
No,
give me Chris Pratt at that point.
Hold on.
I'm lying though. I am lying.
Spider-Man says, I won't lie, I wanted to rip my hair out every time Bumblebee kept doing the badassatron joke.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was a one-time only thing, and they fouled the nest with that one.
they ran that shit. They ran that shit. And I was like, come on, man.
And then he says, it is indeed Peter Steele Parker.
Well, I'm so happy you're here, Spider-Man. It's been a minute. I don't know. I think we scared Spider-Man away with the freak out October Spook Fest.
Oh, it's so many.
Or maybe because it's October and, you know, maybe Spider-Man had to deal with the Sinister Six. I see that happening. You know?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But yeah, man,
probably
the voice acting really got me pissed. I was upset. What I did like, and I won't lie, at the very beginning of the movie, I was all in. I really was. I kept literally, and I was texting my boys who like diehard Transformers fans, right? In a different group chat, and I'm like, yo, every time I see a bot I know, I'm screaming their names out. Like I was literally in my house, screaming their names out. Nobody was home. It was just me, and I had to put down Saving Gotham for a minute because I needed to see this movie, and I was like. And I was loving it. You know, Jazz being a part of Jazz, my favorite Autobot. Jazz being a part of the crew getting stuck. Nah, leave me in Prime Way and leave him. I'm like, that was that sprinkle of leadership right there. That's Optimus Prime. He will sacrifice himself for his troops. He will do whatever it takes to make sure we all get out of there. I like that. And again, it's not a bad movie. I just hated I hated the voice acting. Yo, him turning to Optimus Prime 2, I was like, it's still him. He didn't even change the voice. I mean, fucking Bruce Wayne's Bruce Wayne, but when he's Batman, he's fucking Batman. Fuck. Jesus, it drove me crazy. At least D16 put a little bit more oomph when Bernie Tron came on the screen, bro. Come on.
That was probably my favorite moment in the movie. When you see his eyes, like the second time, just turn beet fucking red, and you hear the drop in his voice.
Yep.
Like, just like abandoning everything. I loved that. And I think Brian Tyree Henry, out of the entirety of them all, save for Lawrence Fishburne, he was great. I think he's probably my favorite person in that movie. And I'd be perfectly fine with calling him Megatron for another 2 movies.
I won't.
That's perfectly fine.
But that's not.
That is perfectly fine.
He was the best out of the main cast. Again, I can't knock anything Scarlett Johansson does because she's pretty good. But at the same time, you could tell it felt like an Avengers movie. I'm sitting there like, yeah, this is an Avengers movie. This is for the kids. This is for them, and I'm not mad at that because. Well, no, I am. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna take umbrance with this. I'm gonna say I am mad. I am mad. You know what? I'm an angry old man, especially today, on a day we get to celebrate me, Ray. G-Wags in house. There was nothing before 1984 to base this off of. So when we got this, we made this a hit. We did. We, people like me, in my age, we made that something. We made that something. And I'm
That's
not
why
going to
they
say
make the toys for you, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to say that the toys wouldn't have continued. I'm pretty sure they would have. Because the show stopped, but the toys still went on. But I mean,
Toys
fucking for real, man. Like, could you throw us one bone before we are all dead? Pretty please with a little sprinkle of sugar on top. Please. Please. You know why? You got the touch. Thank God that didn't make the movie. I would have been mad. I'd have broke my TV. I'd be like, no, they fucking didn't. Bam! I would have threw crack at it. I would have threw crack at it.
So, real quick, Spider-Man says, I would have leaked Energon if Prime's voice deepened.
Just a bit. It was terrible. And I liked the idea that, you know, Orion Pax jumped in the way and basically got blown in half. That was dope. He died. I was like, oh, that's cool. Then he gets the Matrix, he reconstructs, and then, you know, now rise, Optimus Prime. I would have... I don't know what Optimus and Megatron these are supposed to be, but I am telling you right now, they sure as shit ain't my G1. They are not my Generation 1 Autobots and Decepticons. They are not it. The Transformers got a multiverse. They can fuck around. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Just don't touch that unless you're bringing that back one last time. Just give me Transformers the movie part 2. Listen, I'm not the only one. There are people older than me that are still like, yo, could we get that, please? And why the fuck can't we? We get Narcoleptic Prime in the fucking Netflix series. I am Optimus Prime. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
You gotta blame Netflix for that one because they didn't hire Union.
Yeah, see? I just... I liked the movie. I didn't like it enough to buy it. Whereas on the flip side, as Croc goes down, shit, I shouldn't have touched him. Damn it, I messed Croc up. There we go. Now you just lean there. Whereas on the flip side, when we're talking about the Joker, Folie à Deux, I like that movie so much that I'm going to buy that one. It's so fucking crazy. What a switch. But Rob, I think you knew that was going to happen.
I honestly didn't know what was going to happen, Ray. You're such a wild card most of the time. I don't have you figured out, dude.
Joker's wild, baby.
But, I don't know. It's just with the Transformers movie, like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, my first Optimus and Megatron, there wasn't Peter Cullen and it wasn't Frank Welker because I was a Beast Wars kid.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I will not look you in the eye. You can't see me, but I'm looking you in the eye right now. I am not going to sit here and say, if Bro had just gone an octave deeper when the battle mask came on, it would have been fucking golden. Absolutely. I'm not going to disagree with you there. And yes, Keegan-Michael Key was essentially Toad, but Bumblebee all over again.
Yes! Oh my god!
He's probably the one I could do the most without. It's just... Hemsworth, I didn't find him offensive. He didn't take me out of it. Yeah, he's not there. I would... Again, Brian Tyree Henry, he's my favorite out of the major voice cast and everything.
Yeah.
But I just had so much fun following these guys. That's like just part of the point. That sucked me into it. The adventure, the rise, the fall again, the fucking returning to Iacon, going through the Iacon fucking 5,000, whatever the fuck. That was
fun.
so much fucking fun. It was Star
fun.
Wars Episode 1 pod racers with fucking Transformers.
Yes.
It was great.
And then, like,
seeing
all the booby traps,
Cybertron, well,
so
not even Cybertron, just seeing Iacon and getting that bustling feeling, like, with a Transformers movie in this day and age, it was fucking great. I can't stress just how much fun I had with it. Well, again, like I said, it's not a perfect movie, but just the fact that it grabbed me, it took me along for this thing to the point where I wasn't cringing every 5 seconds when I heard Thor coming out of Optimus Prime with the chin.
Right.
You know, I warmed up to it, I should say. I warmed up to it. Now, they're saying, or they said, and hopefully somebody watching, or even you guys, even you, Ray, can correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure they said if they did a sequel, or sequels, eventually it would just be Peter Cullen and Frank Welker again.
But you can't. Listen, you gotta do it now. You've gotta do it now. And don't do it as a sequel to this shit. Just do it as a sequel to 1986. That's all we fucking want. That's all we fucking want. That's all we want. That's all we want. Just give us traditional animation. I swear on every fucking thing. The box office will be through the roof. I'm not saying $1 billion. I'm not. But I guarantee it'll be more than what this made. Domestic. Guarantee you that. But if you don't want to do it that way, man, then just drop it on a streaming service. Give us a fucking animated movie on Paramount Plus, and I'm just... Look. Man, motherfucker.
He's getting steamed.
You know what pisses me off? And again, I go back to Chris Hemsworth. There was a movie earlier this year that man was in that was a fucking banger! And just like this movie, and just like Joker, well, Joker, it made sense for, not for me, but for other people. But it made no money, and it's a banger, and it's Furiosa. You go back, and he played that character with a different voice. He had that, I was like, is that Chris Hemsworth? I mean, I knew he was in the movie. I knew he was playing the bad guy, but he was so different from everything you've seen him in. He's always the same dude. He's always the same dude. Fuck that. He's always the same dude. He really fucking is. Even in Extraction, which I like those two movies, right? Give me some fucking Call of Duty movies. Extraction is fun. And I'm not saying he's like goofy or nothing. He's dead serious. But it's Chris Hemsworth just being dead serious. But Furiosa, man, you talk about turning it up to 10. You don't need that for Optimus Prime. But for the love of God, use that voice. Not that voice from Furiosa, but use that. You had a talent. Like, that's not Chris Hemsworth in that movie. You know? But here we are watching an animated movie, and I'm like, oh, look, it's Thor. Fuck! I digress. That's officially number one.
So,
Damn.
Spider-Man comes in, says Netflix's Megatron lips are all I remember from that series.
That's funny. That's so fucking
Spider-Man
funny.
also says G1 fans already got a sequel in 1996.
Don't you start with that Beast Wars shit, even though I love that show to death. I fucking adore it. It's not what I... You know what I'm talking about, Spider-Man. Dun, dun, dun. Look, this is a music episode. How are we not singing Spider-Man? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with us? But honestly, Beast Wars was dope. It was a sequel series. I want a sequel movie. That's what I want. That's what we want. And if you give us a 10-episode sequel series, that'll work too. And I swear to God, the Netflix trilogy should have been it. It should have been it. It was good. It was, and then it wasn't. And I was like, and then they get too caught up with their own shit. It's like, what are we watching? What are we watching? It was so fucking drag, bro. Because I was hoping. Me and my butt, we were. You know what the closest thing to a sequel was? In all honesty, the Combiner Wars trilogy, from the fucking Verizon thing. That was the closest fucking thing. That was dope. And by the way, Steve Buscemi as Starscream. Oh,
Killer.
Oh, bro, you told me that before I watched the movie, and I was still like, yo, who the fuck is this Starscream? This is great. Soundwave and Shockwave too, man, dope. I loved it. That was dope. I didn't hate the movie. I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I just felt like it. The switch was too easy, too quick. It was just like, come on, you guys are best friends for this long, and it was just like that. Although, like I said, I agree with D6. Like, yo, we gotta put this dude down. Like, not put him down, but we gotta stop him. What did you think about the Quintessence new design? That's a good question, Rob.
Ooh, man. I'm gonna be real. Quintessence, the original movie, it's timeless. It's hard to follow that up in any the shifting faces and the personalities.
Yes.
Whereas here, they're kind of Tyranids from Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. And it's like they look cool and they're intimidating, but I love this shit. I actually really do like the shit. The organic and everything to it. Fire, love it. Sign it, print it. I'll sign for it next. I want that. But design-wise, it's just you can't beat the original movie with the shifting faces and the tentacles, and it's like it's right there. Just do that. But then it's like, well, now we gotta hire 5 more fucking actors. Just like stop thinking about money for 1 fucking second. And I love the design. It's cool, but it wasn't there for me.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say something
They're
very
kind of like
controversial.
the bugs from fucking Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say something very controversial. Michael Bay did a better Quintessence with Quintessa in that crap ass fucking Last Night movie. Just a bit. She had the tentacles. She was floating. She didn't have the 5 faces of darkness, but you know, I was like, all right, if this is supposed to be the mother of Quintessence, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. All right.
Now, don't get me wrong. That movie sucks. Fuck, it sucks.
Yeah, that's an atrocious pile of shit.
I tortured
An actual
myself.
sin.
I think I tortured myself 3 times. 3 times. The first time, because you have to watch it. You got to get over it. I haven't seen a Transformer movie in the theater since the 3rd one. At that time, I saw Bumblebee and I saw Rise of the Beast in the theaters. I saw Rise of the Beast 3 times in the theaters because I love that movie. I don't care. That's the closest thing we got to a sequel from G1. Oh my God, that's the closest thing. It was like spiritually the closest thing.
Spider-Man comes in and says she looked pretty cute.
She did. Quintessa was yes, she did.
She looked pretty cute in her human form too.
Indeed. Wait, what?
What are they doing?
What?
I don't even remember that shit, but I digress. That's
It's
official.
okay. It's okay. You don't need to remember that shit except for Anthony Hopkins just having the funnest time collecting a paycheck.
I thought that was in Thor. No, not even Thor. The Wolfman. I thought he was having a great time in the Wolfman, to be honest. He was chewing it up. And then he was chewing it up legit. Oh man, I was about to do it. I was about to get 3, but I gotta hold that. Oh man, that was a perfect time.
I think you need more beer.
Shit, man, listen. It's my party and I sing if I want to, drink if I want to. Never mind. I was gonna stop there.
Send me a beer, please.
Shit. JR,
Yo,
you've heard us yap about these two movies, and I know you'll never watch Transformers. That's fair. But
I will someday.
what are your takes hearing both of us talk about this and getting some chats in from the chat? What goes through your mind being not a fan but seeing this stuff and seeing how passionate we are about it? Like, what do you think?
It's got me curious, especially with watching this new one, because this isn't the first time I've heard that the marketing didn't do the movie any favors. And it to me, it comes off as, you know, we've seen movies that we've loved where the marketing was like way off. And I don't know. I'm gonna end up checking it out. It's on Paramount Plus right now, isn't it?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. But
Not
soon,
yet?
hoping soon.
Mid to late November, they're saying.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll watch it when it drops on Paramount Plus, you know? Yeah, no, it's definitely got me curious. Anything that's not the Bay movies. Like, that's my thing, too, is like, man, people asked a lot from me watching those back in the day. And, yeah, they didn't help. But I know that's not what Transformers is. And it's just one of those things where I just need to take steps to watch good. And maybe one will do it for me. Maybe it won't. And then, you know, I could watch one, and then I could watch the 1980s movie.
It's a musical. It's a musical.
Oh, it's a musical. A musical, it's singing 'em a bob. I'm sorry. You said this episode was a musical. I haven't got over it yet.
No, I know. Shit.
But no, I'm definitely gonna check it out. And it's one of those things where it came to Transformers, like, I never got into it hardcore, and so many people are just always questioning me, how haven't you? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I will one day. Maybe Transformers 1 will be the thing that just gets me into it.
And then
I doubt it,
maybe I go and I'll strangle you.
Listen.
With my VHS tape, the actual tape from my 1986 movie. You're gonna die tonight!
Which is so dope, dude.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, no. No, it's weird that I never got into Transformers. You know what else is weird? How the fuck did you like Joker 2? I can't get over this shit.
Wow. Wow. You haven't seen it though. I'm telling you, it's
I know.
It's not. It's all right. So you know what? Rob said something, and I thought about this, and I was like, oh, I was the opposite. Rob went in saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna like this movie," and then didn't. I said, "Fuck it, everybody's right. This movie's gonna suck," and I loved it.
Yeah. I can see it. I can see it.
Yes, Spider-Man. I did like Joker. Folly of Duty.
Yeah, he loved Folly a Deuce.
It's true.
Or
He
should
did.
it be called Flop and a Deuce?
Dropping a
I got
deuce.
Because, boy, it did that, unfortunately.
It flopped and it deuced.
Motherfucker.
I mean, listen. Oh, look. I get it. People don't like certain things. I don't think this movie is as bad as people are saying it is. It is good. But again, it is also the psyche of Arthur Fleck. We're in his brain. That's what this movie is. What is wrong with this dude and why does he do certain things? The whole thing in the courtroom where he fires the fucking lawyer and he's like, I'm going to represent myself. That shit cracked me up because that's a Joker move. That's a Joker move. And he did it
Jesus.
because he was loving whatchamacallit. Oh, wait, whoa. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man.
spitting venom right now, bro.
Spider-Man, he's spitting venom. Yeah, he probably
Oh,
is
shit.
venom. That's why he's been gone for a month, because he's probably wearing a black suit right now with big ass white spider on his chest. He is probably Venom. I'm calling it out. He went to World. Not World, whatever the fucking Secret Wars was. He was in the Secret War. That's where Spider-Man was. Evil Peter Parker over here. Final Wars, Spider-Man, my good friend, my second favorite superhero of all time. Final Wars is not a bad movie. Everybody knows this. Everybody accepts it. It is just a bad 50th anniversary movie, because that's not what the 50th anniversary should have been. That's it. That's it. But any other Sunday, Final Wars is top notch. It's better than that stupid Kiru saga, I'll tell you that shit.
That is true.
Damn, I wouldn't go that far. And I don't even think Akira Saga's all that either.
Oh, that, you know what it is with that saga? Since it's my party and I'll talk what I want to. You know what the problem is with that saga? It's not even the storytelling or nothing. It's bad editing. It's just bad editing. There are scenes where Godzilla just stands there and gets bombarded with missiles, lasers, whatever, and does not move. It's just a prop there. It's not the person in the suit. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, why would they do that? Was he on? Was the suit actor on a shipwreck or something? Why would you film that? That's not Godzilla. Like Godzilla reacts to everything. I mean, it's just what it is. I'm like, we've seen it a billion fucking times. One scene, Mothra's coming in from the front. It cuts. Now Mothra's behind Godzilla. What just happened? That shit drove me crazy. That shit drove me fucking crazy. I love the idea of them bringing the Mothra movie in to the Godzilla verse the way they did in that particular movie, Tokyo SOS. I love that. The music on both of those movies are fucking fantastic scores. Is it my favorite Mechagodzilla score? No, it's not. But fuck, they're awesome. I could listen to that all day and be like, that's dope. But it's just, they're not the best. Okay, maybe they're better a little bit than Megaguirus, but I give Megaguirus its props because it's a different fucking thing. It's a different thing. It's original. You know? It's original.
Yes, no?
Kiryu Goshi wasn't alright upstairs.
No. Although I will give this, yo, when Godzilla roars in that first movie and Kiryu fucking gets that reminiscing, oh shit, down, I can feel it in me bones. Oh, that was a cool ass rampage until it shut down because of power loss. I like that. But no, I couldn't, man, I can't. I'll watch them if I do a marathon. If I'm doing a marathon where I watch every single Godzilla movie, I don't skip anything. Maybe sometimes should, but I digress. That's 3.
Motherfucker. Every goddamn time.
Well,
my God.
I'm saving it, Rob. I'm saving it. I promise you. Yo, I'm telling you, I will make sure that next year, my niece turns 15 in a week. Next year, she's 16. She live in New Jersey. So you know where I'm going to be next year.
Yeah, we fucking out.
That whole fucking week, I'm going to be out there. I'm going to knock on your door.
Gonna knock
Do
on
the
my
G
door.
show with you.
We'll watch some Shin Godzilla.
See?
We'll have a bunch of fucking tall boys talking about the drink with the people.
See? The musical don't stop. But you know
I
what's...
skip SI versus Mothra every time.
Oh, God. You know what? You know what's got to stop right now? Me talking. Because my bladder can't hold it anymore. So, JR, please, be the MC.
Alright. I can show you my ass.
No, not like that! Jesus Christ!
2 seconds. I can show you. Oh man.
That's the fallback.
I'm so glad everyone's Halloween was good, man, because it was a good day. Now we just gotta wait a whole other year for Halloween again.
I actually watched 2 movies I've never seen before last night.
Ooh, which ones? Which ones?
Long Legs and the Substance.
I've been hearing a lot of things about this Long Legs. Is it a spider movie?
No. Nicolas Cage is a Satanist.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. That's all you had to say.
But it's more so a murder mystery with an FBI agent and some devil shit going on.
Nicolas Cage as a Satanist. That's all you had to say?
Nicolas Cage says "Hail Satan" at least 3 times in the movie, and it's the most metal thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Does he say it like "Hail Satan," or does he say it like "Hail Satan"?
A little bit more of the second one.
Yeah, I'm watching it. It's over.
But this movie, JR, The Substance, this shit has been getting hyped up like nobody's fucking business, and I didn't understand what all the fucking hype was. And then I started watching it. It's got Demi Moore and that one chick that's married to the guy from Bleachers. I keep forgetting her name. She's cute, though.
Yeah.
Bro, this is a body horror movie about an aging Hollywood star that wants to be beautiful, takes this drug that essentially splits her subconscious in 2, where she lives a week as her older self and a week as her younger self.
That's
but
terrible.
Then her younger self just takes the fuck. Oh, it ends in a way you'd never suspect.
Okay.
And the prosthetics, the blood, the whole idea of it all is fucking crazy. And that shit was 2 hours long last night, and wow, that shit did something to me, man. Whew.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
You know, it's like, why not?
No, I watched Halloween 3 yesterday. Trick or Treat, the 4K Arrow release. Man, they did a fantastic job.
They always do.
It came with a double-sided poster, production stills, all of this shit, man. And I was like, for $30, come on.
Can't go wrong.
No, you can't, man. No, that was
You can't go wrong
fun.
with the Arrow, even if it's $10.
You can't. You just can't.
No, you just can't.
I can't wait
There's
until
always a step above.
that Arrow sale that they do in December with Criterion. Man, I hit both those sales.
Yeah, I'm really hoping their Psycho sale goes on sale. I mean, their Psycho set goes on sale. Jesus.
No, I haven't watched I really like the 4th Psycho movie. I gotta watch that shit again someday.
I haven't seen Psychos 2, 3, and 4 in so long. I think it was a Sci-Fi Channel marathon.
Yeah.
So that's something I gotta do.
I've gotta watch them all on the Sci-Fi Channel.
And they were edited for time and ads and censored like a...
There were no booty cheeks. No booty cheeks. The booty cheek freak couldn't get down with no booty cheeks. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, if you want to see a lot of ass, watch The Substance.
Yeah, I guess, man.
There's a lot of that in there. My God.
Yeah, just got Days Gone, dude. So I'm going to mod it.
Are you gonna give everybody giant bazungas?
No, I'm just going to give me infinite ammo. I remember playing Days Gone on the PS4 and I was bored.
This game exists to be modded.
Yeah, like I genuinely fell asleep. So it was $12 for PC, and I'm like, bro, I could just like make it entertaining. You know, like the Silent Hill 2 remake, how it's just boring. So bad. You know what's messed up? I tried to play it yesterday on the PS5. They did a patch, and they said, oh, we fixed all the bugs, blah, blah, blah. And the stuttering. No, they didn't. They lied. That game doesn't work. I don't know what... Like, people are just sniffing their own farts, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't get it.
All I have to say on that is I hope it works and runs just fine when it comes to Xbox next year.
It won't. Yeah, it sure is boring. Thank you, Spider-Man. Silent Hill 2 remake is fucking atrocious and an affront to God. Which is funny because all of the YouTubers that I follow that are Silent Hill fans have been praising it. Even though in their reviews they're like, yeah, we don't like the combat, reminds us too much of Homecoming, but that's okay. I'm like, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. What you're saying is they mixed Homecoming and Silent Hill 2. That's not okay.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound okay.
No, like, people just need to get it together. They need to be men. What's he got? What is it?
Oh.
What is it?
She got me the comedian Joker from the 3 Jokers. This thing is very expensive and hard to find.
I wanted that one so bad.
And now I have all 3 of the 3 Jokers.
Oh, man.
And I am extremely happy. So happy.
Did she get it at Brad's?
No, this one had to come from online. This thing is expensive. It's hard to find. Yeah, it's
nice.
It's oh! Gotta open this motherfucker! Oh, dynamite! Dynamite! Yeah! Man, I'm sorry. Sorry.
You're good, man.
That piss break
It's
took a
your
lot
day.
longer. My wife.
It's your day.
My wife got me a Christmas ornament. She got me Evolved Goji from Hallmark.
Oh, God.
So now I got that to put on the Christmas tree. I think that's my first Godzilla ornament. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, dear.
Gotta be
Well,
honest.
Spider-Man swings in and says, my super villain origin starts with this stream.
Oh, you must have seen Venom 3.
Really? I did it.
No, I don't think any of us here have.
Anything.
Not yet. Not yet. All right, let's talk about that. That's actually something really important to talk about. We should really get into that real quick because Venom 3 flopped here in the States. But internationally, that shit made what, 130? Something ridiculous.
Yeah, 130, 145, something around there.
It's like the Transformers all over again. What's going on?
No, it really is. That's exactly what it the fuck is. Just like the Monsterverse.
Was it the Monsterverse didn't really make that much money overseas, did it?
I thought GXK did.
Spider-Man comes in. I watched it, quote unquote.
Ooh.
All right. He watched it all right.
Well, you had to watch it. I mean, you were probably a star. You probably got the red carpet treatment, Spider-Man. Come on. We all know that you're one of the greatest heroes that ever swung through the town of New York in the canyons. You're the best. You're the best. I don't even know how to sing this song. You're the best. Yeah. You're the best. Oh, sorry. It's the musical. I'm sorry. This was expected. Listen. I apologize to everybody watching.
Oh, man. That's okay. You know what? Be a man.
Words of wisdom.
I am the greatest hero in my living room for sure.
That is what's up. That is what's up. Man, I'm excited. I can't believe I got that. Oof. Man, I thought she forgot. I'm happy she didn't. But, yep. Where were we? Oh yeah, that Venom 3. What is it that makes the international markets go wild for these types of movies? Rob, I'll start with you, JR. JR, do you have any idea?
Yeah. People are stupid.
Oh my God, that's not. I mean,
I don't know, because those Transformers movies did terrible here in the States and just made bank in China. Maybe it's because they just sit here and laugh at us. They're like, this is the type of shit they make. I don't know. Because Venom 3 looks terrible. I have no interest in it. But people overseas seem to love it. I don't know, man. Again, Transformers.
Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious, my God. They must, maybe that's, they just think all of this shit happens in the US. Like, that's our every day-to-day life. Maybe that's what it is.
Are they really all that wrong, though?
You know,
Spider-Man comes in, Venom's name and design is all it takes for them to lap it up. Venom 3 is certainly a movie.
Oh, that just means Joker's better. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I knew it from the jump. Joker's better.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Rob, what do you think is the reason why this craziness happens overseas?
Honestly, man, I couldn't put a finger on the pulse to fucking tell you why. Because I don't know, in my hardest of hearts and my brainest of brains and my fucking 30-plus years of common sense having, how a fucking movie called Age of Extinction that fucking showed up the Dinobots in the goddamn marketing fucking didn't show the goddamn butt fucking Dinobots until the last 15 minutes. And I don't understand how that goes off in fucking China. I don't understand how anything really happens in China. I'm not a denizen of that, but hey, Venom do well in China. Maybe they'll make Venom 4 in China just like they're doing the Meg 3 again in China.
What are they doing in China? What 3? What?
The Meg.
Oh God.
Listen,
Oh God.
Spider-Man comes in and says Chinese women are obsessed with Venom.
Well, Mrs. Chow is funny, so you gotta give her props.
I love Mrs. Chen.
Yeah, I think they have like a fucking dance sequence in Vegas or fucking crazy ass shit. Look, you know what I think it is, and I don't want to sound. Well, I can't. I don't think this sounds disrespectful in any way. I think because Hollywood has been a staple for over 100 years here, more. Whereas, movie theaters were a part of American life. Movie theaters, baseball, right? That's what we do. Whereas in other countries, it wasn't really like that up until now. Now it's changing. Now, and again, you look at China and 10-cent pictures, right? Like, they come in, they make deals with Legendary, and they're like, yo, we'll co-fund this movie or whatever. We get GXK, GVK, we get Monsterverse shit. But there's more theaters, I think, opening up, and the markets are now opening up in different countries around the world, where more people who've never had it before are like, oh shit, let's go to the movies. So that's what I think. I'm trying to be politically correct here. That's what I'm thinking is happening. There's more markets open that's, people never had access to a movie theater before. And they're like, this is such a dope experience. Let's go see this movie. It's like this crazy big fucking movie. Because this weekend will be the test for Venom, right? Venom came out, 1 week, right? It was a week ago, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what the international market says this week about Venom. Because if it makes the same amount of money, then okay, all right, wait a minute. If it makes $150 million again in these markets, that's one thing. But if it takes a significant dump, then we can say that it's literally because it's new to them. The theater experience is new. So these types of movies, these special effects extravaganzas, yo, you go to Saudi Arabia, it's fast cars. They want the fast cars. So Fast and the Furious is gonna rock out there. They're gonna go to the movies to see the fast cars. You can make an initial D movie, and they're gonna go make that movie money. Fast cars. But I digress for.
Maybe they're like in China, they're mandated by the government to go see it.
Man, I don't think that's the case unless they have a hand in the pot. I don't think that's the case, though.
Maybe. Didn't Tencent help out with those Transformers movies, though?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think the studio just had either agreement or something with China. Because, what was it, either 4 or 5? I think it was 4. Yeah, because 5 was London. In 4, like, the whole finale takes place in Shanghai, I believe.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And it's bad.
Yeah, so
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not good. It is not good. I mean, Transformers 1 through 3, to many a degree, is either good or bad, depending on who you are. But when you're worse than Transformers 2 and you have a script, that says something about you.
Yeah.
Michael Bay, check the fuck out.
Yeah, Transformers 2 is bad. You know what? I give Transformers 3 a lot of problems. I don't like a lot of it, but that fucking end is fantastic. Because that is what I want to see from the Decepticons. Just pure anarchy. In Gotham. Of all fucking places.
Spider-Man
And
comes
then
in.
get blown up 5 minutes later.
Spider-Man comes and says, I am truly happy I did not see Venom 3 in the movie, honestly. Maybe movie theater. I don't know. I didn't like or hate it compared to the other two. I never felt this way before about these movies. I don't know. For me, the Venom movies are literally like, they just remind me of the Michael Bay Transformers movies, where there's people that like them, but they're not good. And I think people like them for all the wrong reasons.
Well,
Where they say, like, I've literally heard people sit here and say they love these movies, and this is the best they could ever do with Venom in a theatrical release. And I'm just like, so you love meth? Because there is no fucking way that you were sober and said that shit to me. What?
no, listen.
What?
Yeah, no.
Venom 1,
Absolutely not.
Venom 1 is a different type of beast because it's an origin story. So it's like, all right, let's see what they do. They throw a lot at the wall, see what sticks, and it's like, all right, you know what? This wasn't bad. I still, my beef with like the Venom movies is Venom itself, right? He's a goofball. I remember reading Venom as, I just want to eat these people's heads. You know, but Venom he's not a goofball in the comics. And I just be like, what the fuck, bro? But the first one is fun. It is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it as much to own a 4K. And I'll watch it every now and then. I'll throw it on. Just why it's fun. It is fun. Let there be carnage. Let it be known. I've only and will ever only see it that one time. I was so pissed off with that movie. I was like, get this shit out of my face. I was in the theater like, what the fuck am I watching? Drove me up a wall. Now, Venom 3, I'm not going to go watch this in the movie theater. I'm not.
No.
I'm away. That shit'll probably be on my site before Transformers 1 is. And I don't understand why Transformers 1 ain't on my site yet. I'm so confused. I don't get it.
Raw flicks.
Yeah.
He will never,
BRAFLIX. It's on there. You're
Wow.
welcome.
he will never have that white spider logo either.
See, that's the thing that pisses me off, and that's the problem with the Sony movies. And speaking of Sony, what the fuck are you doing, Sony? You gotta stop doing it. You're fucking up with the fucking video games, and you're fucking up with the studios. You cannot, Sony, you cannot be seriously considering making a Sinister Six movie when you don't even have Spider-Man. What are we doing?
How the fuck is that gonna work? Who are they gonna fight?
Oh, well, time out. You know what, though? Time out. In recent weeks, Andrew Garfield has gone on record and said yeah, there are talks about a potential me coming back. And they wanted to make the Sinister Six movie for that particular Spider-Man, for the Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I hated the first movie when that came out.
Yeah.
And when I first moved out here, the second one dropped, and I watched it on not in the theaters. And I was like, this is terrible. But then 2 years ago, I want to say, maybe 2 years ago, before Homecoming came out, before we knew anything, I said, you know what? I'm going to watch all the Spider-Man movies. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to watch all of them. And I fucking thoroughly found some type of love with the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Both of them. I don't know what it was, but I was like, God, these are way better than I gave him credit for. Holy shit. I still don't like the Peter Parker being a wise ass, because Peter Parker should not be a wise ass. But I thoroughly enjoyed those movies. So, if he's in talks to come back, I'm not mad at that. But Sony can't jump the gun and be like Sinister Six without a Spider-Man. What are we doing here? And who is your Sinister Six? You got Venom, Morbius, and Madam Web, and Kraven. Oh God, forget about that one.
You have Noel. You have
He's
Casey
gonna be the
Cassidy.
villain reportedly.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Wait, how? Okay, how does that? The Sinister Six are villains. What, are we just gonna do a Suicide Squad with the Sinister? I hate Sony. I hate them.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real right now and mark my words, because I think it's gonna happen. Venom's done, quote unquote. Kraven's gonna flop.
Oh, it's flopping.
Hard.
Very
at least
hard.
here in the States. I don't know about China. I don't think their verse is going to last much longer. I genuinely don't.
You know why Sony's doing this, right?
Because they're stupid?
No,
Because
because
they want to keep the rights.
they want to keep the rights. They need the rights. They want the Spider-Man money. So what they're doing is they're waiting for Marvel. And we know right now Spider-Man 4 is in the works. There is a script, a rough draft on the table. Tom Holland has read it and he says, "I'm down. Let's do this." So that is happening. That is happening. But Sony wants that money because they know that's going to make bucks. And they're going to get a nice piece of that pie. They just can't, because every time they get a nice piece of that pie, they put it into a piece of shit pie, and nobody likes shit pies. Venom, Kraven, Madam Web, Morbius, fuck!
So Spider-Man comes in here and says Nola's the villain. Noel will simply kill them all with a single sword swipe, and the credits will roll. Sony will never let me go. You'll have to pry me from their corpse help. I think Spider-Man's having an existential crisis.
Oh my God, this is worse than when he lost his ability to shoot webs from his wrist. Jesus. Oh, hey, Alex! What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? What's up?
How you doing, man? Long time no see. I'm glad you jumped on the stream, man.
Started already? Well, it's good to be here, so...
Well, listen, right now we're talking about Sony and their fuck-ups. Oh, my God. With the Marvel-verse, with Venom 3, and now they're talking about doing a Sinister Six movie. And I know you know a little bit about comics there, Alex. We've talked a bit.
Oh, not a little. I have a lot to say about this whole thing.
Oh,
I mean, I can
please.
sum it up really quickly if you wanted to.
Pretty please, man. No, the floor is yours. By the way, Alex, just in case you feel like breaking into song, feel free to do so. This is the musical episode.
Alright, so number uno is, ever since I seen, to me personally, ever since Amazing Spider-Man 2, I feel like Sony has not had an amazing Marvel film, besides animated stuff. That doesn't count for my batch. They've misstepped ever since then, in my opinion. Yeah, the first Venom was great. It's still not the Venom for me, because Venom needs Spider-Man. That's always going to be his thing. So, that's, besides that film, Carnage was bad in my opinion. The third one I saw last night was bad. Kraven, disgusting. Morbius was disgusting. I feel like, you know, everything that's planned or it's being planned, it doesn't look right, doesn't seem right, does not go with the comics. They're trying to erase Spider-Man after all these villains. It doesn't make sense. How can you have Kraven? Which Kraven has one of the best storylines in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think it's called The Hunt or something.
Yep.
When Spider-Man has this black suit. One of the best storylines ever. I have the physical copy too of it. And it just, I don't know why it's so hard just to get either Andrew Garfield or Toby just their own Spider-Man, their own Sinister Six, and develop it. Because they'll make money. But they'd love to lose money left and right and make the universe just suck. I just don't understand why they're doing it on purpose. I think it's on purpose.
It's fucking mind-numbing, bro. It really is. Like, why? Oh, why? But again, we know they gotta make these movies because they gotta keep the license. But a Madam Web movie, really? Look, I don't know how the animated movies work within licensing, but I would have done more animated movies. Now, don't get me wrong. The Spider-Verse movies, the first one, you know, I got my issues with. I like it. I got my issues with. That second movie blew my head off. I fucking loved it. I cannot wait for Beyond. But now we don't even know when that's coming because they keep pushing that back. Oh, and it's just fucking crazy. Speaking of, I mean, like, we'll get to this one too soon in a minute. But it's just, Sony's gonna run out of shit. You got Kraven. There's rhinos in that movie. We see him in the trailer. And it's just like, what are we gonna do next, Sony? Where are you going to go next? What weird ass askewed villain are you gonna fucking pull out of Spider-Man's fucking legacy? We're gonna do a Tombstone movie? Are we gonna do a Tombstone movie? I won't be mad. I can't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I'll watch a Tombstone movie. Hammerhead? I watch that too. I'm just saying. Do a gangster movie between Hammerhead and Tombstone. I'd go pay to see that.
I mean, remember the failed movies that was supposed to be Black Hat and Silver Sable, then there was supposed to be a United film that never happened. So they're trying to just throw shit at the wall.
Yeah, but
you need all those characters with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and like a Black Cat Silver Sable thing would be terrible. Like, Black Cat would literally be the epitome of Halle Berry's Catwoman. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. And the difference is Catwoman has more of a brand recognition than the Black Cat does. And that's just a fact. It's just a fact.
So unfortunately,
oh, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I gotta pop off. I am fucking exhausted.
What a bum. What a
I'm
bum.
sorry.
He sang his last tune.
I did. But I'll also be back tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow. Special podcast. Special live stream. Godzilla Day, baby.
So, yeah. All I'll say is, so long, and thanks for all the fish. So sad that it should come to this. I tried to warn you all. Oh, dear. All right. Later.
Adios, muchachos. And then there were three. Speaking of, since we lost our moderator, I guess I will be the one to moderate. Spider-Man jumps in and says, Sony chops off the chicken's head, places it on a color wheel with ideas on the floor, and whenever the running headless chicken lands, that is their next greenlit movie. Thank God Toho doesn't do that.
Oh, yeah, thank God. Thank God they don't make movies every year anymore.
I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. I would love. Here's what we could do. Here's what we could do. Literally, you take the Call of Duty route, and you Legendary makes a movie. Toho makes a movie. Legendary makes a movie. Toho makes a movie. And every other year we get a new movie. I am tired of this movie needs 5 years to cook. No, don't put that shit out right now. You know what you got. You already got the animated models. Stop bullshitting us. Just get it together and let's go. Toho could do that. Because Toho has done that. the MonsterVerse, they want to, how can I say this nicely? They want to pretend like they know what they're doing. But we all saw GXK.
I mean, hell,
They claimed they had a plan.
I'm not offended. It did well in the box office, and the critic score is very high. I mean, I know some of you guys didn't like, there was the King Kong, the new one, but a lot of people liked it, and I liked it personally.
It's just when we get to a year of that movie being released, oh, it's the second coming, I'll tell you that. Spider-Man comes in and says, if I don't get a console Godzilla game announced on Godzilla Day, there's going to be a big problem for my state. Spidey, listen, maybe take that day off. Okay? All right? We don't want Spider-Man running around kicking people in the nuts, because spider swings really do hurt. You know that. There's not going to be a console Godzilla game announced. I would lose my shit if they announced Bandai Godzilla 2. Yeah. No. Just me? Just me.
That's not happening. that is no.
Come
Never
on.
happening.
Come
Ever
on.
again.
Using the Final Wars suits, all of them. Everybody has the Final Wars suit. I'm so down for that. Come on.
As much as I would love it, I know they're not going to do it. But let me ask you this, though. What do you think the final, -1, number 2, or -2 would be about?
Oh, Rob, you want to
Hedorah.
say it? Yeah, there it is. There. Hedorah.
It's fucking Hedorah.
Yeah.
Yamazaki wants to do a fucking Godzilla versus Hedorah remake, whatever the fuck. Toho has been commissioning Hedorah merchandising like fucking wild since Hedorah's 50th anniversary. It's gonna be Hedorah. Not Mothra, not Anguirus, not fucking King Ghidorah. It's gonna be Hedorah.
I'm surprised you're thinking that we're going to go straight into Ghidorah, though.
No, because he
After
said.
how serious... What did you say?
No, all right. No, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say because I've got an answer.
I was gonna say, any time that Ghidorah's on screen, you need to have some kind of elaborate origin for him, right? Whether it's origins, Dorats, whatever the fuck it is, right?
No, not
He's a
Ghidorah,
creature.
not Ghidorah. Hedorah, the smog monster.
Oh, Ghidorah. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna go the Mecha Godzilla route just because, remember, with Hedorah, it was the anniversary of that film, and now this year isn't it Jet Jaguar or Mecha Godzilla, both of them or something? So, if you're gonna go that route, then I feel like because remember the -1 series or the universe is very ground based, right? Very serious, and if you're gonna throw a monster in there, and they already know Godzilla, then why not make a mech version of him?
Too early.
Let me ask you this question.
Technology
Let me ask you
ain't
this
there.
question. Of every monster that exists by itself, with the knowledge of there just being a Godzilla, who just got his fucking shit rocked, half of his upper body's gone, there is radioactive waste
Thank you.
from him, from
Fuck.
all over the rubble, the whole 9 yards.
Fuck.
What could spawn from such a thing
Fuck.
with pollution, with remains, with everything?
That's where I was
Any-
going.
Any
That's where I was
any
going.
monster at that point, because if you're gonna say radioactivity is in the sea or whatever, which kind of reminds me of when Godzilla got reborn in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, that the radioactivity that was in the ocean spawned him, right? It was a dinosaur. It caused him to become Godzilla. Why can't that be, say, Anguirus or something? Which
Because
is a dinosaur in the ocean. He gets hit by radioactivity and he grows.
because
Because Toho wants Hedorah.
right. And if it's kept grounded in reality, then the reality that they're facing right now, you think about it like this. Why was it called -1? That was like, remember when that came out? We were like, -1. I mean, it sounds cool, but what the fuck does it mean? And they were like, well, it means that we just went through World War II, we got bombs dropped on us, and then Godzilla. Like, we're not taking step forwards, we're going back. -1. Now, same thing can apply. You got the radiation fallout that created Godzilla. Godzilla nuking the fucking the city, right? The fallout from that. Then the fallout from Godzilla dying, because this is exactly where I was going, Rob. The same thing you just said. Then the fallout with Godzilla dying. The pollution that is in the water, regardless if it was Godzilla's bits or not. The pollution from, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The pollution from Godzilla. All of that. Organisms are in there. And with the radiation, you can absolutely create a different type of organism. It doesn't need to be any of the classic monsters like Rodan or Anguirus. They don't need to come alive because of Godzilla's radiation. But Muck being radiated? Taking on a form because of these organisms that have grown? That is an interesting take. Because now we killed Godzilla. The threat is over, so they think, because they don't know he's regrowing. But the fallout from that, the way the fallout from the bombs created Godzilla, the fallout from them destroying Godzilla creates Hedorah. I love that idea, and I think that's where they're going.
I think so too. Plus, it's pollution. It's a modern day issue that's still going on to this day. There's so much social commentary behind that. If that's the route they want to go with, which I think so. But the way that this is being spun, like Yamazaki, like I don't think he even stuttered. It was just like, yeah, Hedorah.
Yeah.
Technology today, the message today, even if it goes messageless, which I doubt. Hedorah is an underutilized, and Yamazaki said this too, a way before its time type of kaiju.
It is.
You can do so much with Hedorah. Hedorah could have its own fucking franchise if they wanted to. And it could.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But
that would be crazy. It'd be bad shit. I'm not saying it needs to happen, but that's the level of Hedorah. Because we saw so little, but we've seen so much in recent years. That a part of it breaks off and becomes another one. Like the whole 9 yards, it works.
And also, you think of it, because, Japan, they don't have a lot of budget for a lot of CGI stuff, right? Hedorah is very easy to make a CGI model of him because he's just sludge. He doesn't have, like, a lot of detail. It's kind of like an oily looking kind of character.
You're a living drip. Every movement you make, something falls off of you. That's going to be a very technically taxing thing.
And remember one thing too.
Hedorah's not solid.
But what I'm saying is, it will be similar to like the way they do the water effects. Because -1, they kept praising how good the water effects was in that movie, right? Every droplet, every wave, every single thing. If they use that same kind of logic for an oily, sludgy monster.
Well, you got to remember what Yamazaki said when asked if you had an opportunity to do another movie and have another monster, what would you do? And he said Hedorah. And he said, and you got to remember, he is a special effects director first, right? Like, that's his niche, right?
Mm.
And he was like, I have a vision for this. That right there gave us, like, unbelievable hope. Like, people who love Hedorah, like, what is he talking about? Because he'll pull it off. Now that it is confirmed that he's making another Godzilla movie.
I'm just wondering one thing, and I think all of you agree. How many times has directors, writers, all these people have visions for Godzilla, but then Toho comes in and says, no, you got to change it. Jim K is a good example. A lot of the films, especially in the heyday.
This is a different time because this is the guy that got their boy an Oscar.
Exactly.
This is the guy that took America by storm with what started as a limited release, went from December to February.
Exactly.
Toho are hard-headed. I will admit that. They are fucking hard-headed, and sometimes it feels like they don't learn their lesson. But for one, they brought him back. They did not get another director like the rumors were saying. And 3, I forgot two. The two, like, dog, you have the golden goose for you right there. Toho, you didn't spend, like, this is a low budget movie that looked better than every fucking movie that came out that year. You have the golden goose. You have a VFX director that's a good director. You have a VFX director that has a vision for something. You have a VFX director that wrote a story that people resonated with.
Yep.
The cards are there. The pizza is in the oven. The cheese is a boiling. Order.
Listen.
All right, so let me ask you this then. If they don't do Hedorah, say we find out in a year or two, Hedorah's not the villain, how would you feel?
Oh, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
Huge.
Completely.
Because, you know, it's not even just to be controversial, but it's like Toho has rested on the Big Five laurels for a very long time.
Yes.
GMK being well into that fucking argument. It's time to dip in to the B tier, the C tier, even the fucking D tier, where there is a will, there is a way for a lot of these monsters. I mean, Destroyer, yep. Violante, yep. Hedorah, yep. Fucking, you can skirt the goddamn line of most of the Showa era villains because some of them just showed up in one movie. Some of them was just stock footage.
Yep.
I think it's time. I think it's time to make that move, and who better than Hedorah, which is endless possibilities in the form of a monster.
I want to jump in real quick. Spider-Man writes, if it's connected to -1, the tech jump Whiplash would hit worse than King of the Monsters and GVK anyways. Yeah. The Hedorah is it. I mean, it makes so much sense, especially if you keep it grounded in that time, in that reality. Maybe give it fucking 5 to 10 years. Like, it doesn't have to be tomorrow where Godzilla comes back, right? After the first movie.
No.
We don't have to see the same characters at all. Maybe the Doctor. Because even Dr. Mafoni, Dr. Mafoni, came back in Godzilla Raids Again. He'd probably be the only one I'd like back, to be honest, because I like him. He's eccentric. But, yeah, Hedorah makes the most sense, especially in this type of what they're trying to set up. Like, and he said it. That's the whole thing. He said it. He flat out said it.
Yeah, like without any reservations.
With none.
Like, he just flat out said, "I want to remake Godzilla versus Hedorah. Limitless possibilities. Kaiju before its time." Like, if bro went out of his way to say Hedorah and he ends up doing fucking, I don't fucking know, Rodan, Ghidorah, Mothra, whatever, I feel a little let down because, bro, I'm telling you, they've been building up to this. They've been building as somebody who has bought every single fucking remold, repaint of fucking movie monster series, Hedorah. They've been giving Hedorah ridiculous amounts of attention. Ridiculous. And I just feel it's being conditioned. I feel like the time is right. You've got the right guy, the right writer, the right director on two different folds. It's fucking time, man. It is so fucking time for Hedorah.
I hear that. And Rob, what I need to hear from you is more spewing, because I've got to run and tap a kidney.
Run.
The seal has been broke, and I can't hold it no more.
Go. Unleash the liquids, bro. You are the water balloon. This is the needle prick.
Did he just leave? I just came back from the bathroom.
Yeah, he just went to go to the bathroom.
Are we still streaming?
On the cycle. Yeah, we're still streaming. Yeah, we just gotta, hold conversation until Ray gets back.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
We were talking about not having Hedorah. What would be the second choice that's not Hedorah?
Violante.
I think that would make more sense.
Either Hedorah or Biollante. Either of the two. I stray away from the fucking safest options imaginable. Because, I mean, either or. I feel like if -1 were to become the minus trilogy, if you were to do Godzilla, Hedorah, Biollante, and then cap it off there and then start anew fucking 6 years later, I feel like that would be perfect. Because you've got Godzilla, the anomaly, you've got Hedorah, the super anomaly, and you've got Biollante, the nature anomaly. And I feel like you could tell a lot of great stories just from Godzilla, pollution, and mutant Mother Earth. It's compelling, it's interesting, it's two monsters we don't fucking see a lot of, especially movie-wise. So, yeah, if not Hedorah, then Biollante.
Whoa. Guess who's back? Back again.
Back again.
Oh, let me ask you, since you're back, the same question I asked him.
Yes.
If it's not Hedorah, what would be your second choice for a monster?
Godzilla.
Another Godzilla?
No.
Another one?
Just no. Just give us something we've never seen before. A back-to-back just Godzilla rampage.
Damn.
Because what do?
That's,
We ran out of tricks. We thought we had them. We didn't. What do? Now do we create the MacGuffin as the oxygen destroyer? Do we do that? What do? Do we just kind of like shoo him away? Do we find out, Godzilla Raids Again style, that flares work? And maybe we can lead him out into the ocean somewhere? That's what I would
bring other countries involved?
Or even do that, because then there's a fucking huge possibility of the nuclear deterrent. Then that becomes a part of the play. 84 style, you know what I mean? My favorite Godzilla movie, which I have to watch tonight because, well, you know, it's the special night. It's 4/5. So
Sure day.
Well, if you got to go with that, then you have to skip to the 80s, right? Because that's when the whole Soviet Union issue was happening.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because what created Godzilla? A nuke.
And
So they are around. It's not like Oppenheimer didn't drop the bomb already, you know? So I would do that and then use that as a nuclear deterrent. Like, and again, you can do that within a span, in let's say in continuity, 2 to 5 years. If it's only going to be Godzilla. 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5. But we got to understand, like, one thing that I don't, like, why does Godzilla keep going back there? What is it that attracts him to that particular location? I always loved the idea in the solo Godzilla movie of, this is where he used to walk when he was before me. I love that, you know? So, in that regard, I don't, if you have to pick another monster, I would not. I think Hedorah actually is, especially because Yamazaki was quick from the lip with it before this was announced. I don't need another monster. I don't want a King Ghidorah. I don't need something from space. I don't need Rodan. I don't need Anguirus, even though that'd be cool as fuck. So Godzilla could be like, when he was Godzillasaurus, you want to know how I got these scars? Shit like that, right? I'm with. But I don't need that. I don't need none of that. You want to fuck around and find out? Give me Gamera. Give me Gamera.
Which they'll never do. They'll never do that.
Exactly. So, as far as like,
He can't even get his own fucking movie.
I know that drives me up a fucking wall. I was watching Super Monster this morning. I was like, oh, I hate this movie. But I can't, like, I need this movie to be still somehow related to the past. I don't need a modern version. I don't want to see that Godzilla in a mega city. I don't like him being dwarfed by the buildings. I do sometimes. Don't get me wrong. When it works, it works. But
Well, you mean like Shin Godzilla?
well, no, no. Fucking G2K, for instance. Love the movie. Love it. And I do love Godzilla being dwarfed by the buildings. He's small. You know, what was he, like 200? If that, 200 feet tall? If that? Fucking look at Godzilla
Something like
85. Godzilla 8045. Modern technology, the skyscrapers got bigger and bigger and bigger. Godzilla wasn't that big. That's what I loved about -1. The scale was perfect. There weren't skyscrapers yet. And it just works. Keep it within that. Again, and I've said this. I've been screaming this from the top of my lungs for a very long time. Remake the Showa era with today's technology. And I hope that that's what they do. And wherever they put the fucking monsters, doesn't matter to me. If Hedorah is first, perfect, because it makes the most sense. When Yamazaki says, I want to do that, and the idea of the pollutants in the water, the radioactivity from Godzilla, the way they killed him, they didn't oxygen destroy him. They didn't disintegrate him. They blew his fucking head off. And he fell apart in the ocean. And then at the end of the movie, he started reconstructing. Those cells are everywhere. They're everywhere. I think Hedorah makes the most sense. I think it does. I really do. I really do. I can't think of anything else that makes more sense unless they come up with a completely different creature. But
well, let me ask you this then. You said that Godzilla blew up, which is true. There's two things I want to ask you. One, do you think Godzilla have a new design to sell toys? Because they have the chance to do it now.
Yes.
yeah, that's yeah. I don't want to. I love that -1 design. I really do. But I mean, like,
They're gonna.
you would have to, right? They got to tweak it, right?
They have to.
It's a
That's
staple. It's a
like
staple of
part of
Godzilla.
Bandai's whole shtick.
It's not. Yeah, it's not even Bandai. It's Toho shtick. Every single Godzilla movie, he was different in some way, except for, like, you know, there was something always visually different. So yeah, I would think they would have to change it. Do I want that? Absolutely not. -1 is perfect on his own, but I can't be that guy. I'm okay with change. When it comes to Godzilla, I'm okay with change. Don't fuck up the role. Real quick, let me bust into the chats. Spider-Man says, Toho acknowledging Zilla in their official guidebooks and including him in their anniversary celebration is proof enough Toho is changing. Hedorah is coming. Spider-Man, my man. Then we got my man Anthony Mazzano back from B4. Anthony, what's up, brother? Real quick shout out. Anthony, you the man. Yo, how are y'all, you guys? We good? I'm good. What about you, Rob? You good?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Alex, you good?
I'm living.
I'm good.
We're good, brother. We're good. Spider-Man comes in. Knowing Yamazaki, he'll give him bigger feet. If only JR was here.
Yeah. Hedorah Foot Wars 2027 gonna go crazy.
Oh my God. Okay, that's a good point. You just dropped the date. You said 2027. Let's ask that question. Where do you think this will drop? Do you think, Rob, 2027?
2027, 2028. Around
I
there.
think 28.
Okay. See, I'm impatient and older now, especially today. So I want them to make movies like they used to, but I understand that, especially with an Academy Award-winning VHX team, VFX team. Sorry, what the fuck?
VFX.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the fucking VHS movies. Good God, that beyond was awesome. With the fucking special effects team, you need time. And if you're gonna do something like Hedorah, you need time. Your man says he has a vision. I'm pretty sure he already has some kind of fucking thing going on his computers right now. I'm pretty sure he's got a little rough draft of whatever he wants to do right now, in motion, with his squad, with his team, with his Academy Award-winning team, backing him up. I'll ask this question. 2028? Okay, I'll give it that. I want to say 2026 to be perfectly honest with you. But I digress. 4-5. Let's ask this question. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Budget. We know what -1 was, 15 million, right? That I think that was the finalized budget for the movie, if I'm not mistaken. What do you give Yamazaki to work with now? Rob?
More time.
More time, same budget?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
More time, same budget.
You
Bro,
get to say that because you're
drop the
younger.
motherfucker. Bro dropped the motherfucker in the middle of a fucking island and decimated a whole crew. Looked amazing. Fucking animated and source filmmaker. Bro dropped bigger Godzilla in the middle of a city, destroyed it entirely, and blew it the fuck up. Give him more time. All right. 20 million. 20 million and more time. No constraints. Doesn't need to be an anniversary release.
20 million. Oh shit. Okay. Alex, what about you? What do you think? Give them bigger budgets? What was your payload?
I agree with the time, but I think 20 to 25 million because you got to think of one thing. Godzilla did not have a lot of screen time in this film, right? If you're going to add another monster, you need to have a bigger budget. There's no way you could do the same budget with another monster with the same time that Godzilla had in this one, which was not like the most time in. So I would say add 10 million, which is from 15 to 25, and more screen time for the monsters. That's the only way to do it to make sense. Otherwise, you're only going to have Godzilla and Hedorah very little time, which doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna say buck the trend of today and go back to what made it work. Suitmation everything and bring this shit out in 2026, January, early. Let's go. Make it happen. Be a man. Let's do it. Let's fucking go for it. Swing.
Now I know the beard talking.
Swing for the fences, Yamazaki-san. Make that Godzilla in live action. Costume that son of a bitch up. Yeah. Hell yeah. Listen.
I wouldn't hate it.
This is what you do.
I wouldn't hate it.
This is what you do. You do what Yaguchi did, right? You make that prop. You make that prop. Mwah! Fuck, I hate that fucking look, but that prop was dope as fuck. You make that prop. And then you CG the shit out of that prop. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's why I think Shin Godzilla works so well. Like, in all honesty, even though Godzilla was just like this, tortoise brick thing that just slowly but surely got to wherever he needed to get. I don't know, maybe he had teleportation. I have no idea how he made from one end to the thing to the other. But the idea of them making a fucking full-blown prop, using a little bit of it, but then CGing a lot of it, I love that. Do that. Let's go to the comments. Anthony hits us with, for the current monster universe, what original monsters do you want them to create that are kaiju that are not from the original Godzilla or Kong universe? Well, that's hard to say because then that's just all in our heads, right? Let's go with the Griffin. Let's do the Griffin. Bring the Griffin back. Let's make the next Godzilla movie a fucking throwback to the original 96 thing. If I'm reading that right, for the current monster universe, what original monsters do you want them to create? Yeah, that are not kaiju, that are kaiju that are not from the original Godzilla Kong. Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, you could go with maybe some of the Atari games, like if you want to go batshit crazy and use some of those original kaiju, like those aliens and shit. But if it was an original thing that wasn't, from a Godzilla or Kong movie, oh no, fuck that. The Gargantuas, hands down. I'm done.
Yeah, I'd be fine with the Gargantuas making a return. Completely honest. I don't have an issue with that at all, actually.
Yeah, no, for real.
But as for like original monster outside of the Godzilla and Kong universe, I don't know. That's rough. I mean, if we're going we're talking about the MonsterVerse, right?
Yeah, I think we're talking about the MonsterVerse.
I say just go to the vaults and see what was unmade and fucking play the field there.
Ghost Godzilla.
Hey, bro, listen.
I know.
There's an Earth inside Earth. Kong got a fucking Infinity Gauntlet Fat Puncher, and he's got a pet Ice Godzilla. I think just about anything's on par for the fucking course with the Monsterverse now.
I fucking feel
I'm
you.
not saying do Ghost Godzilla. Please don't do Ghost Godzilla. Please don't.
Spider-Man comes. Hopefully, this Hedorah looks better than the one from Final Wars. Come on, man. I'm looking at him right now. He ain't that bad looking. Come on, man. Anthony.
The only thing bad about Final Wars Hedorah was the fact that it was so underutilized after this dude fucking sucked Yoshimitsu Banno off saying that he loved Hedorah.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. I mean, we got more Hedorah in the fucking end credits than we did in the fucking movie.
Sins.
Anthony,
Absolute sins.
Anthony chimes back in and says, what were your guys' opinions on the orangutan kaiju that they introduced in the last movie? Rob, would you like to go first?
I love Scar King. He feels himself. He huffs his own farts and he believes his own fucking bullshit. I loved him. The only thing I don't love about him is that he's the main villain. He's introduced a whole hour into the goddamn movie and there's so much lore surrounding him and none of it seems to even fucking match up. I liked him. He's a goofy little guy. Funny little dude. Jackass.
Oh, man.
He's marinating right now, everybody.
I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. I swear on Christmas dinner, I fucking hate this thing because we were fucking lied to. We were fucking lied. Darkness is around me! What am I for? I can't even sing it right. I'm a fuck! I fucking hate it. Yo, that initial teaser trailer for fucking... It wasn't a teaser trailer. It was a fucking announcement trailer for GXK. You see a Godzilla skull, a Kong skull, and this fucking imposing ape in the background that had some kind of fucking thing going in his eyes. Radioactivity. This dude's gonna be a beast. What the fuck are we getting? We got a cornball. We got a fucking cornball. This motherfucker, literally, I swear to God, this motherfucker was Koba from the Planet of the Apes movies. That's what we got. We are fucking Koba from the Planet of the Apes remake movies. It was fucking trash. That Skull King is the weakest fucking thing I've ever seen. I hated the fuck out of it. I hated the fact that these monkeys were afraid of him. I hated the fact that fucking Kong beat the shit out of him in front of all of them. And yet they still chose to open the fucking thing to let the fucking Ice Godzilla out. Shimu, Shitsu, whatever the fuck it's called. Piece of stupid. That's another piece of shit monster. Fuck that thing. And this whole fucking time, Godzilla's got to fucking evolve to fight this thing. No, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Get the fuck... It's a weak-ass monster. Godzilla should have killed it. You put the fucking Thagomizer tail on that motherfucker. He should have fucking impaled them. Should have fucking impaled them. You would have got away with it. PG-13 rating. You would have got away with it. Should have impaled them. Okay? Remember when Alfred Molina got impaled in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Huh? I do! PG-13. If not, that was a rated G movie. Fucking PG. It was a PG movie. Parental guidance suggested. Fuck that. Godzilla should have impaled that motherfucker. He should have fucking impaled him. But what happens? What happens? Let's give the win to Kong again. Fuck out of my face. That's why Kong is such a whack-ass fucking monster in the Monsterverse. That's why I'm so happy Godzilla beats him. But at the same time, Evolved Godzilla was fucking pointless. Fucking pointless. That fucking Scar King was fucking pointless. Whack-ass. I don't give a fuck. Weak, coward, motherfucker. Period. Tonight
I believe
I'm
we
gonna
struck a
have
chord.
myself a real good time. Whoa, hang on. Spider-Man, justice for single mom Tiamat. That's true. That's true.
true.
Spider-Man jumps back in. They hoodwinked G1 with their Ginger King. They did, Spider-Man. They fucking got me. They got me. I knew he'd be a jobber the moment I saw how lanky he was. First of all, for the fact you said jobber, I mean, like, do you watch wrestling? I love you, Spider-Man. You are literally the greatest hero in New York City. Not Gotham, but New York. Oh, gotta be honest. I'm having a good time. I am. But I also smell the lamb cooking. Woo! 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 And even though I want to say, this is the song that never ends. Lamb chop, you were good, but you taste better when I eat you.
My God.
What? It's not my fault. I got lamb for dinner today. Is what I wanted. Anthony pops in. By chance, do you guys think the little ape that we get introduced to in the last movie, it's going to become Kong Sung? Oh yeah, no, absolutely. What was his name?
Yeah.
Is
Suko.
Suko. Shithead. I call him Shithead. Kong looks at him like it's a shithead. But Suko, yeah, absolutely. That's Kong's son. He's absolutely adopted Kong's son. He's an adopted little ape. And again, look, I don't outright hate GXK. I hate that they hoodwinked me. The fucking Spider-Man was right. That they fucking hoodwinked me. I hated that shit because I thought we were getting bigger and better, and what we got was whack ass fucking monsters. Like literally, they're whack. They're whack. How did Shimo get into the fucking Hollow Earth if it wasn't Godzilla that put them there? If they want to go by the fucking novelization, which I fucking hate, and claim that it was Shimo who put King Ghidorah on ice. Get that shit the fuck out of here, bro. Come on. Hey, Rob, the other day you were talking about this director's meeting. Right?
Yeah.
What were you saying in regards to that director's meeting?
Well, somebody had compiled basically just each director's thought processes on Godzilla as a character. And it was essentially dissected to a point where each of them had a plan, and, well, except for Jordan. I mean, Gareth had a plan. Mike was a super fucking fanboy that busted his nut all over his fucking movie. And then we got to Adam, who said that essentially he found Godzilla to be difficult to represent in a movie and that Kong was more relatable. So Godzilla, in Adam's full take, GXK, was more so pushed to the side. And people weren't having the greatest of times with that. I think it went a little out of hand there, but yeah, that. Where are we going with this?
All I'm saying is it would have been fine if we would have got Kong Hollow Earth. Did not need Godzilla. Did not need him. If anything, you want Godzilla to show up at the end. If Shimo was that fucking big of a threat, eye wall open, bam, here comes Godzilla. Hell, you could even have Mothra in the movie to go get Godzilla. I would have been alright with that because Godzilla don't give a fuck what's going on down there. He takes care of what's up here, right? Kong, you deal with that bullshit. At least that's what I felt at the end of GVK. And look, when Adam says, I don't know how to work with Godzilla, you sure the fuck knew how to work with Godzilla in GVK. You did the right thing. You made Monkey die. Period. End of story. That's all. You made what Legendary, starting with fucking Gareth Edwards, created. Continuing with Michael Dougherty. You made Godzilla the King of the Monsters. That's all we need. Boom. Kong Hollow Earth. I don't blame Adam Wingard. A lot of people do. I blame Legendary. He did not need to use Godzilla in this movie at all. I wouldn't have been mad at the Scar King as much as I am now if it wasn't for if it was just a Kong-centric movie. Okay, Kong's got to go up against this monkey. Oh, he's got this monkey beat. Oh, this monkey's got a trump card. Here comes fucking Snow Godzilla. Oh, shit. Then here comes Godzilla. Oh, wake Mothra up, because the whole... I really do. I can't lie. I'm a sucker for it. I really do like the Iwi story in it. I do. I like that Gia's lineage and all that shit leads her to bringing Mothra back from beyond the veil. I like that. Now you use that to go get Godzilla. He doesn't have to evolve. And bam, Godzilla's in the Hollow Earth. Just like he was in the TV show. Bust a motherfucker up. Everybody goes home happy. I'm happy. Dick in hand. I'm good. Let's go. But that's not what they did. And that's an unfortunate thing. And they fucking fucked up the Monsterverse. They fucked it up. And they have to course correct here. Spider-Man says, G1 is a kinder man than me. I hated GXK. Spider-Man, trust me when I tell you, I fucking hate that movie. I do. Anthony pops in. You guys let speculation become expectation, and that's what let you down. I always go into the movie with the excitement in case it disappoints me or over-delivers. Oh, well, Anthony, check this shit out. Literally, we were just talking about that at the beginning of this podcast with the joke of Folie à Deux. Rob went in saying, nah, this movie's going to be great. And he was let down. I went into the movie like, man, these reviews fucking tanked this movie. I don't want to sit here for 2.5 hours. And I fucking loved it. So I really don't let speculation, especially with this particular movie, with the trailer we got, Godzilla and Kong running. Like, it was just like, what are we watching here? Fuck it, let's have fun. I didn't go into this movie with any type of expectations. Well, with the exception of the fucking Scar King, because again, they set that up to be something else. But I came out of that movie so disappointed. And again, I have not watched that movie. I've seen that movie 3 times. Once with my brother, and usually we go twice. We went once, was like, yo, I'm going home. Yeah, me too. Once with my wife, in the theater, she liked it. And once when it was bootleg, because I don't give a fuck. I've never watched it again, and I will eventually, but no time soon. I can't stand that movie. But
yeah, like I was one of those people, like Ray, you were here when I said it. I was driving home from the theater when I got on the cast while you guys were talking about it. I loved it. I thought it was fucking stupid, but I loved it. But it was one of those movies that with time, you saw just how many holes were in it. I mean, my mindset going into that theater was this is going to be ridiculous, and that's where I'm sitting. If it's better, awesome. If it's exactly what I expected, all right. If it's worse, what the fuck we doing? And leaving that theater, it's like, yeah, I enjoyed myself. And when I saw it, the 8 other fucking times that I saw it, not all in theaters, on disc, it was just one of those things where it weared down pretty quickly for me. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when it comes to Godzilla movies, you can't tell me how to feel about a Godzilla movie. I either like it or I don't.
Right.
You know, it's a franchise that's been in my life my entire life. And no motherfucker in the world has been able to tell me, hey, yo, that Godzilla movie you love is shit. I tell myself when that Godzilla movie is shit. And even the Godzilla movies I dislike the most, I would never call them shit. But I'm kind of losing the point here. GXK, it was just one of those movies that over time, or a very short amount of time, it didn't hit. You know, a lot of people like to say modern day Showa era, and you know, if that's your speed, that's your speed. But that felt more like a movie that was being goofy for the sake of being goofy, and not X, Y, and Z. And yeah, that's it. And I love Scar King. I do. I fucking love that little fucking bastard. He fucking feels himself, and it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, Hubba Bubba gum wrapper. It fades with time. Those Bazooka Joe comics, you getting that shit? Little Bazooka Joe? That ain't fade, bro.
Where's my Bazooka Joe movie? I'm shocked that hasn't happened yet. They can make a whole candy
I'm
verse.
surprised. Yeah. Oh, bro, don't even.
Come on,
Don't even. They
Bazooka
tried
Joe
doing
and
that
the
with Food
M&Ms.
Fight.
Listen, Rob, for what you just said, your whole little spiel right there, I got a little ditty for you. Blinded by the light, wrap up like a douche, another runner in the night.
Blinded by the light.
My boy
I'm
used
gonna make Ray into a Sing Godzilla super fanboy next year.
Who says that I'm not? I love that movie. It's Gino Part 2.
No, the fuck it's not. You're capping really hard and you sound ridiculous.
Hey, all I'm gonna
That
say,
motherfucker didn't eat no fish on screen.
all I'm gonna say is, when you see things my way, you'll know that I was so fucking right. That Gino Part 2. I fucked that
And
part
then
up.
my optometrist gonna charge me extra for fixing my eyes. I need a whole new prescription. Motherfucker, I'm blind. Street Nazi.
That almost came out. that almost. I was taking a sip. You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. Oh shit! I was swigging on a fucking beer right there. He had me dying. Oh man, I had to hold that one in. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, you ever took a swig of something, whether it's a beer, alcoholic beverage, or fucking soda, Kool-Aid? I don't give a fuck. Water. And somebody made you laugh. It was stuck. It was stuck. You wanted to piss that shit out of your mouth and your nose, but you couldn't, so you held it in, and then when you finally got it down, that shit hurt your throat. That's what just happened. Fucking rough. Oh my god.
Sometimes I got it. Sometimes I'm on bar.
Oh my god. Yo, real quick, Anthony jumps in. Honestly, for me, I rewatched it again on streaming multiple times. I think the extended cut of the movie on streaming is better than the theatrical version. I didn't know there was an extended cut for GXK, to be honest.
No, I didn't either.
So-
The fuck?
That's shocking because the extended cut of BVS is better than the theatrical cut, but the movie's still shit. Spider-Man chimes in, Showa has rewatchable charm compared to GXK. That's a fact. It's a total fact.
It is a fact.
And then Anthony jumps back in. Honestly, for me, the game that I'm surprised hasn't been made into a show, like a sitcom or maybe a comedy movie animated, is Duke Nukem. You know what?
Bro.
I think that's a deep cut with Duke Nukem. But
It also doesn't help that. Oh, well, go.
that Amazon show coming out, Extra Levels, whatever that shit's called.
Yeah.
You know
I
the
don't
one.
fucking know.
The one where they do like the video game adaptations.
Oh,
Secret
the
Level.
Sony ones with like God of War and shit.
Secret Levels.
Mm.
Duke Nukem on that, because though the people making that show are the people making the greatest Netflix show of all time, Love, Death, Robots. I fucking love that anthology series. You have no idea how much I love that anthology series. There's some hit and miss episodes in there, little, but the fucking overall thing is absolutely fucking perfection. It's exactly what I love. Everything, it just hits. So now they're doing video game anthologies. What? I think Duke Nukem would fit perfectly in there. Spider-Man
Now
says,
let me crush your dreams.
okay, go
Let me
ahead.
crush your dreams real quick. You know who owns Duke Nukem now?
Uh-oh.
The guy who greenlit Borderlands movie.
I gotta watch that. I've got to watch. Listen. That shit was on YouTube. It was on YouTube in straight up 4K high def. I shit you not. No commercial
I believe it.
interruptions. I was watching it. I was watching it. And then my wife was like, yo, we gotta go. And I forgot we had to go to my parents. I was like, oh no. Because I went, and I'll just say this. What I watched, I think it was like 15 minutes I watched, 20, maybe 20.
Here we go.
It was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible. Oh, no, dude. But I still gotta watch it. Because I gotta put that shit on a list. You know what I'm saying? I played...
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I played maybe an hour of Borderlands 1. I own all 3 games. Because fucking Xbox always gives them away for dirt cheap, right? Oh, Borderlands 2 for $3? I'll buy it. I'll play it eventually. Never play it. Oh, Borderlands 3, $12? I'll buy it. Whatever. Never played. But I gotta watch that movie. I gotta see where that lands in the worst list, right? The same reason why, unfortunately, I gotta watch The Crow tomorrow. Oh God.
Oh God. I'll be with you in spirit.
No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I gotta see where it lands. Is it gonna be above Transformers 1 or below Transformers 1? That's not the bar. That's not the bar. The bar
Don't twist the knife like that, bro.
The bar's in the cooler. The bar's in the cooler. The bar's in the cooler. Spider-Man says Concord segment is still going to happen. Yeah, Spider-Man, don't remind me. They shut that studio down. They killed that shit. Sony don't know what the fuck they doing.
No, they don't.
Anthony chimes in.
And it becomes more and more obvious every day.
Seriously. Anthony chimes in. Gee, the extended cut actually makes this movie better for Godzilla x Kong. There was added scenes in the movie that Adam had to delete for the theatrical version. All right, Anthony, I'll take your word for it. I'll peep that. If I find it, I'll watch that. That should be the one that, I mean, for me personally, I would have thrown that on Max. You know, let's do the extended cut, throw it on Max. We got the Snyder cut. We got BVS extended edition here. Like, throw that on Max and let's get it going. I would go check that out. I still don't think I'm gonna like that movie. It would have been better if it was just a pure Kong movie. Kong, Hollow Earth, okay? That's it. It works. It's perfect. It's the perfect juxtaposition to Skull Island. Boom. You're on top. Now you're in the Hollow Earth. Run with it. Run with it. You don't need to deal with skull crawlers. Now you got to deal with the fucking literal Planet of the Apes. Go. 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 You don't need Godzilla in that movie. And if you did, you need him at the end. Fine. Fucking Godzilla comes, make a cameo appearance. Everybody gets their nut off. We're all happy. We go home. We sing its fucking praises. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is the best movie since GVK. But that didn't happen. And it didn't happen because it wasn't that movie. It wasn't that movie. It wasn't that groovy. No, no. I fucking hate it.
Why wouldn't they put the extended version on disc? I feel robbed now. Are they going to make me buy that movie again?
I can't believe you bought the disc. I feel for Rob.
I had to, dude. I had to.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I did.
Yes, I did. If I bought Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 1991 2 times on DVD and once on Blu-ray, I needed to buy this.
But that's a good movie, and this one ain't.
They're bullshit.
There's no turning back. No turning back. No, unless you got mother to go back in time. Yeah.
Ray's gonna kill me. Ray will brainwash me. There will be no Shin Godzilla. Just Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. We tried to do Back to the Future. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, listen.
King Ghidorah, the most amazing titan of those villains, is a fucking flippy reject mutation. You're done. You got no sauce.
It's hysterical, man. It's hysterical. You gotta love it. It works in the sense of 1991. It works in the sense that that's right, Spider-Man. Dorad Slander? Come on! Dorad Slander for real, Rob! Come on!
Dorad Slander every day of my life.
Yo! Look, the fact that they retconned King Ghidorah's origin with Godzilla is, you know, it's a little sloppy. It's a little sloppy, but at the same time, fucking works. It fucking works. It fucking works. I mean, you get some iconic moments in that movie. You got one of the greatest Godzilla designs in that movie. One of the best King Ghidorah designs ever, period. Some great shots.
And make Ghidorah better.
Which Ghidorah? Did you say Grand King Ghidorah?
No, I went deeper.
Whoa. Which one?
Do you really want me to say it? Do you want it to divulge into this?
I mean, we've already been off the rails. We've crashed like Thelma Louise. That's terrible.
Anime Ghidorah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, fuck out of here. Holy
He's gonna take me out back and put a bullet in my
Whoa,
head.
Cole Melgilla, I'm coming to get you. Holy, what the fucking, you're lying out your ass. There's no fucking...
I wish I was, because then it'd be funny.
Listen, before we go, I owe it to Anthony to read this comment. G, I don't think it makes sense to have Godzilla -1 having a sequel because that whole movie is analogous? I can't say that word. To the horrendous things
Analogy?
the Americans did to the Japanese with the nukes in World War II. No, I totally get you, Anthony. I totally get you. But that's the beauty of having that sequel to -1 is the repercussions of what happened there happen in -1, and then the repercussions of -1 happens in the sequel. That's why Ghidorah with pollution makes the most sense for a sequel. Plus Yamazaki already said it. Spider-Man says, spaghetti noodles? You know it. Spaghetti noodles. That is what Rob is, Spider-Man. Spaghetti noodles. In the brain. Spaghetti noodles.
Listen, bro, I'll take cosmic linguine noodles over Furby reject toys any day of the week.
Man, when that motherfucking Ghidorah pops up on a screen with those beautiful fucking horn heads, no hair, fucking vicious faces, spitting those fucking hyper beams of the lightning bolt, whatever the fuck you want, corona beam. Man, give it gravity beams. Give it to me all day, every day.
Look at you, everybody. The only reason Ray loves that King Ghidorah so much is because he had the roar Rodan didn't in KOTM.
Wow. Wow.
Good.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going bye-bye. I gotta go to go eat. Spider-Man comes through, yeah. He said he's coming over to kick Rob's ass. Go Spider-Man, yeah. Go Spider, go kick Rob's ass, cause he's being an ass now. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm still singing. Like, I can't believe we did. But no, listen, in all honesty, I do have to make the run. We have to call this here. I appreciate everybody for being here, but the wife's going to come down in a minute and throw my food on the floor. It is my birthday. I just wanted to throw that out there in case none of y'all didn't know. That's why we're singing. I said, we're going to fucking sing for this episode. I can't believe that my birthday landed on a Friday to do this fucking live stream. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't plan for that to happen, but it happened. So I'm going to go eat some birthday dinner, get happy birthday sung to me, eat some ice cream cake, and then die. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So I want to thank everybody, starting with JR. Thank you. Yeah, you're good. All right, I appreciate it. Come on. All right. Alex, thank you. If you're not sleeping, I appreciate you being here. And oh, thank you, Spider-Man. I appreciate the happy birthday shout out. You are the best, Spider-Man. Seriously, keep it rocking. Keep New York safe. Kick Rob's ass. Rob, I want to thank you for joining me today on this special day where I got to sing. It's very nice and pleasant.
I could never miss a Friday with you guys, and I definitely didn't want to miss a Friday at your birthday, my guy. Very happy birthday to you. Nothing but love and good fucking health.
I appreciate it. The good health part probably ain't gonna happen tonight, but I do appreciate all that shit, bro. I do. And I want to appreciate everybody. I do appreciate everybody out there on the G Show, in G Show land, on the podcast, on everything. We are all here. But that'll do it for this episode of the G Show live stream. I am G1, and I'm singing yous out. Mwah. I'm singing yous out. Mwah, mwah. I'm singing yous out of here. Peace.